Hello. Are we live on the air? Am I audible? Terrifying. Okay, that looks like we're live. Hello. Hi, I'm Brendan. I am the voice of Mr. Puzzles. I'm going to be playing this. I will be up front with this. I was expecting so many less people to be here for this. So I would like to preface this with, I noticed we got a lot of subs on this channel, probably just for this, from the announcement on Twitter. Thank you for following, but I know that a lot of people in the SMG4 fan base are younger. And I do want to say, I'm going to keep this stream pretty safe for work, as all ages as I can. I've only skimmed this game a little. I will say most of our streams are not suitable for younger audiences. So I want to put that out there before people stick around. So yeah, this is kind of an unusual stream. For those who don't know, we've been doing a charity. Ooh, 500 viewers. We've been doing a charity for the Transgender Law Center, which is a US-based pro-trans charity, and that's what we're trying to raise money for. So we're doing these fun little streams, and Marissa, my friend, who is the voice of Gangle in Amazing Digital Circus, sent me this, and I decided to do something with it. So a little later I'll be doing some stuff for donation incentives, but we're gonna be playing Let's Kill That TV Man, a game by Milky Coffee and friends. Perhaps the friends are here. I saw Milky was in chat. It seems everyone who's ever heard of Mr. Puzzles is in chat, and you all seem to know each other. So yeah, I hear this game has multiple endings, and I'm the only person here reading. So I don't know how long I'll be able to keep it up, but let's just get into it. What's our name? Let's figure that out first. So here, you know what? I'll be unfair a little bit. I'm changing the music volume. For those who don't know how to donate. Also, like if you don't have a credit card or anything, please don't like steal one to donate. But if you have your own finances and you can chip in a couple dollars, if anyone would like to, the first person who scrolls underneath the chat and donates, you can just pick our name. I'll name it after you if you want. So the first one I see, because the donations are highlighted, so I won't miss it, probably. I'm gonna use I better use my Mr. Puzzles voice. I'll do it when he shows up. Oh, freshman, that's cruel of you to steal it from them. That's so funny, though. I'm gonna give it to Divinity. So Divinity, we're gonna be playing as you. Darkness was all that you could see for a while. Usually you don't mind, of course. Sometimes it is quite calming to find yourself all alone with nobody to bother you. Boo, no, sorry. But today was a little different. You feel yourself sinking into the chair you were forcefully sat down onto as your eyes finally... Hello, I donated for Guns and before Guns and Puzzles went live. I'm a moderator for the SMG4 channel and a longtime fan. Puzzles is my favorite character. I truly believe you're the best voice for him. Thank you. I will say, I don't know how people do this. You did just super chat rather than donating. Make sure you're donating to the charity, but I appreciate the $10. Is that a screen in front of you? Yet before you can mutter so much as a single word, the television turns itself on. You're met with an image of a rather peculiar man talking about what was going on in the background. He is much too enthusiastic about it. A little more than you'd expect from a normal show host. Something's off, and you're sure to figure it out soon enough. He's, oh, the drama, the tragedy, the tension, the bloodshed, narrating a massacre, essentially. Everything in the recording studio is on fire, and people were trying to save their lives from the numerous falling objects and other wackiness going on around them. And in our next grand movie, only more of that to come. Mark your calendars on April 20th, nice, as you surely wouldn't want to miss the grand Puzzle Vision Then the TV shuts off abruptly. He got canceled. And you're once again left without a word. You ponder what all of this is leading to. You aren't left wondering for long. So I'm going to be so real with you guys. Who is this? Is this an existing character? Is this an OC? What voice does this character get? Thank you, $5. Is this Vox from Has Been? I haven't watched Has Been. I don't know what he sounds like. Thank you, Cookie Crown, for $5. What's the funniest voice I could give this character? I don't know this guy. Sounds like Christian Borle. Is that like we have Christian Bale at home? Rick's voice. High-pitched and silly. Make it deep. Make him have a hot girl. Oh my god. Let's give him a hot girl voice. Mixes divinity. You bite your bottom lip when you hear that voice and see the blue glow emanate from the newly booted up television. You don't know when your wires started digging into your skin. You soon let yourself relax a bit. The absolute worst thing to do right now is to show fear. Quite the meeting, no? Oh my god. You remain silent. Remind me, how long has it been since we last worked together? Or have you forgotten? Sarcasm laces his voice. Sorry, I'm getting direction after the fact. That awfully smooth demeanor of his always gets onto your nerves. Thank you, Penguin Paladin, for $50. That isn't the only thing, but still. I bet you'd love to forget. Quit the chit-chat. What do you want? Divinity, don't act as if you hadn't been through this before. You swear you could see a hint of a smile on that flat face. Your eyes dart to the ground, but only for a few seconds. Slow mode is on. Thank you, Aloha. Send a message every minute. That might be too slow. Okay. We know the situation you're currently in. Such a poor soul, with so much talent, no less. What was it that you did for a hobby? Don't try to sway me with your professional act, jerk. And I'm doing fine, thank you. It's Mr. Not... Like, this isn't Vox. It's not Vox. I don't know if you noticed. It's Mr. Not Vox for you, but... He calms himself down with a sigh, then pulls out some papers from under the desk. You really don't like where this is going. We hate papers. Let's see what I have here. Look, it's a funny little paper. He clears his throat unceremoniously. You wonder what it's, you wonder what was it that he's got on you this time. Okay. You are hereby notified that under the lease agreement dated March 1st to... You feel your blood boil a little as the guy continues reading. You cogitate on screaming at the guy here and there, but you decided it'd be for the best if you stayed silent for now. You know what he's capable of. You've seen it, after all. Your rent is past due. With that, he looks back up at you. You couldn't pay off renting a house made of cardboard boxes. Not everyone has the best financial stability like you. Inflation is a thing, but I wouldn't be surprised if that flew over your stupid hat. That was sure to make him regret saying that. Yeah, we got him. You cross your arms. Oh, who you're kidding. Your funny meter is lower than your charisma, which is saying something. The tough act was dropped as soon as the realization dawned on you. He stares at you with disapproval, but quickly it washes away. He regains his composure within a minute, shuffling the papers around. He doesn't put away the eviction notice, nonetheless. So, do I need to remind you why you need this job? I don't kill evil, famous people on the big screen. Too many investigators. Don't you have anyone less in the spotlight to take out? Besides, even if he is doing horrible crimes. Oh, I don't want you to kill him because he's a bad person. You do one of those confused frog blinks. The thing is, He's been stealing half of my viewers ever since his little Puzzle Vision series started airing. Thank you, McKoala Gaming Artist, for $20. People these days can't even appreciate good talking shows. Wait, you want me to kill him simply because he's got more views than you? Precisely. You're crazy. Don't act like you don't want this. Or at the very least, as if you aren't in dire need for money. Let me put it in short. You in or not? We gonna kill him? Let's kill him. You know what? Count me in. He seemed pleased with your response. Good choice. Let me get you started. His name is Mr. Puzzles. He's a TV host, as you might have already guessed. The papers in your hand crumble. He also has a little studio in which he does all of that nonsense he calls his magnificent episodes. Your migraine is increasing by the minute. He didn't share the location anywhere. Scared of crazy fans, perhaps? You struggle to continue to read the newspaper in your hands. One of your tasks will be to find out where the studio's at exactly. The other you already know. With a wave of your hand, you put a red drawing pin into a photo of the showman. Right into his head. You've got 2 weeks. You shudder as you remind yourself of that day. Wait, how long was it since... You're tired... Thank you, Internal Dentry, for... Ooh, Rons. That's a new currency. I don't know what that is. Russian Ontarios. But thank you. Your tired gaze can't help but dart over to the calendar. But before you get the chance to read the date properly, you inspect yourself. We're a robot guy, I think. You aren't the biggest fan of how you look. All these clothes are more than a little worn out, and you're afraid of the consequences that may incur after trying to rearrange those wires by yourself. All of the money not Vox, thank you $5, has given you went to renting a room in the investigation. You don't... He's a microwave. Oh, okay. You don't think a glow-up was necessary, though? Maybe after you get the payment. Yeah, you shake your head. Now isn't the right time to think about such things. You'll get to washing yourself. Eventually. You finally take in the sight of the calendar and your heart skips a beat. 5 days left. Thank you, PixelDraws22. I could swear it was 12 yesterday. You never thought profusely gathering crucial information would be so time-consuming. You usually didn't have to go so in-depth on the fellows you were supposed to take out, but this was one of them big shots. If you were to get caught by him, you actually do not want to think about what would happen. You huff to yourself, throwing the magazine onto the ground. Quit medical school to pursue your dreams as a writer, and that's how you end up. You drag a hand across your face. You were hoping you could wait a week to learn the usual times of when he goes in and out and such, but with all the data you've been able to gather, his workload on Monday is the safest, thus lessening the chance of failure and instant death. So, taking your beloved stop sign along with a couple of other essentials, you take a last look at the little map on the door and leave. Next stop, Puzzle Vision headquarters. Little did you know, your whole life was about to be turned around in just a couple of hours. Okay, let's save. Hello, thank you for the $5, Nico One Shot. I am a big fan of yours. I have been in the SMG4 community since I was 13. I got into a major modeling agency. I would love some praise. Wow, incredible work. You're going to be a huge star at the modeling agency. Thank you, Bob Aoni, for the $5. You say as you step over the now unconscious body of a worker. Getting through the security in this building was way more challenging than you expected, especially when you wanted to avoid causing much of a ruckus. You almost get smacked across the head a couple of times when here, but oh well. You get to the top of the studio without getting caught. I'm trying to get to puzzles. The great Puzzle Vision halls seem a lot emptier now. Still, it's better than having to hurt more people. I love the implication anyone is on Puzzles' side, like he has any minions who are working for him. Like, nobody would work for this dude for a salary. As you climb up the stairs, you dwell on the question of if the soon-to-be-dead dude would be quite as tall as the media showcases him to be. You took an image of that SMG4 with him, and if the internet is being truthful, he's around 3 to 4 meters. Ugh, if that were to turn out to be true, he's gonna be a pain to drag to the base. I just won't even survive at that height. I understand, I'm 6'5". From what you know, he supposedly... Whoa, that was me. Perhaps that isn't all too strange when you take into consideration the sheer audacity of doing such a thing. You dabble in biology here and there, and one thing you can say for sure is that no normal human would be capable of surviving whilst having almost 4 meters on their back. Unless he's actually just a couple of gnomes in a suit. Thank you, Gun Show and Spam 10 Lover, donating $10. Appreciate it. You keep that in mind for later. I would love to get to 60K by the end of this stream. We got like 2,500 last night, so like we're within striking distance of $60,000 for the charity, which is crazy. You don't realize when, but you finally reach the room of Mr. Puzzles himself. It isn't quite as extravagant as you expected it to be. The door is slightly open, and you coincidentally overhear the man rambling to himself. 4.5. He seems distressed. Thank you for the $5. Why don't these people ever appreciate good entertainment? Who am I kidding? They wouldn't have been able to notice it if it hit them in the face. He leans back into his chair, lighting another cigarette. How does he even... Another semi-philosophical question to the bunch. But you aren't here to ask those. Getting your... Whoa. Damn. Jesus, did we throw the stop sign all the way down a stairwell? Getting your head out of the clouds and going on your tippy toes, you barging into the room on your tippy toes like a ballerina is a great image, and hit the guy with the stop sign across the head. Checking his pulse, you hope to kill the TV man. Thank you, Ari, for the $2. Oops. Skip those. Oh good, this is Renpai, so I can scroll back up. Seeing as you hit him too lightly, you raise your sign again. There they are! Catch them! You hear someone yelling down the corridor. In a state of panic, you throw him over your shoulder. Surprisingly, he isn't as light as he seems. Your knees bend a little under his weight on you. A mix of wires, bones, and flesh. You try not to think about it as you run to the nearest windowsill. Gosh, me after I'm in the middle of assassinating a guy? Golly! You breathe in and you finally reach your apartment after running from Puzzles' workers. While normally you'd just be going through the motions, this felt different. Is it because of the fact of who you're kidnapping exactly? Or because you had to run 7 fucking kilometers to get here?
Yo!
Hello?
What are you doing?
What do you mean? Hello?
What is this crap? What is this nerd shit? Hey! Are you the sick bastard that made my kids meet George Lucas? I'll kill you!
No.
I'm leaving right now to go plot your downfall, you piece.
Well, that's not great. Thank you, Gianni. I DM'd Gianni, was like, hey, I'm doing a thing if you want to jump in for 1 second. You let the thoughts wander in your... No, hang on, can't do the Puzzles voice. In your head as you tie the man to the chair quite tightly. You go to check the many, many weapons you gathered in the room and then point them at Puzzles. You first start off with a water gun that you brought yesterday. It was placed in the top right corner of the room, stuck to the ceiling with the one and only flex tape. As you're busy with that, the TV seems to finally regain at least a part of his awareness. Where am I? His screen quietly turns on, displaying a confused expression, before quickly switching to a more irritated one upon noticing the ropes on his waist. Is this a joke on SMG4's behalf? As if I haven't seen such a common trope in a number of shows. You could pull down the curtains now, 4. I don't know how you got out my control, but you decide to interrupt him mid-sentence. Thank you, Clown Guts. Thank you, Clown Guts, for $5. Not a joke. You're not SMG4. Not at all. Who are you, then? I can't tell you. All you need to know is that I've kidnapped you for a reason. That's all. He stares at the photos of himself on the opposite wall. In that case... Oh, you must be a fan of mine. A little over-enthusiastic, but I can work with that. My. It must be just like in those crime documentaries. Thank you, Ellis CZ, for $20. I did have a script in mind with this very scenario, but I digress. Perhaps it really is better to experience it for yourself first, for reference. Thank you, Dr. Mango, for 20 pounds. You can't help but freeze at that. You get your hands off the water gun and proceed to respond as follows. All right, gang. From here on out, I'm gonna let you guys pick what we're doing. Thank you, Lasagna, for $20. Thank you, Nova42, for $5. Okay. Are we his fan? Are we... Just give me top, middle, or bottom. Just top, middle, or bottom. Just type that. I'm gonna guess you guys are gonna want top, for the most part. I turned to the Twowie screen? How? Sorry about that. Thank you for the heads up. You're not missing anything. I must have flicked the F1 button somehow. Thank you, Masked Astro, for $15. Top, bottom... It's more of a split than I expected. No, we'll do a poll for the next one, Aloha. I'm seeing mostly top. Whatever. Even if that's not what I'm here for, I suppose you can call me one of your fans, if that makes you happy. I watched all of your episodes, but I still wouldn't say that makes me... He quite literally lights up at that, more than gleeful at the news. Thank you, Internal Denti. Oh, that's a super chat? Again, if you're gonna throw us money, please donate, which is the donation box is underneath the chat box. I don't actually know how you super chat, but I don't know how people are able to do that. It should override it. But thank you so much for the kind words, Internal Denti. Ah, I knew it. No normal person would have all the dates of my wonderful shows in order on their wall if their intentions were only to harm me. Oh, and some of my posters, too. Thank you for $1, Electra Starfire. Every pound counts. Thank you, Unknown Lemon, for 100... I think those are pesos? Is that Mexican dollar? But thank you. Thank you, Dorio, for $20. He glances forward with a huge grin. You stand there rather awkwardly. I don't know what to say, but I'd write you. Thank you, $20, Andy Star. It's so funny seeing people here who have, like, Tenna icons and stuff. Thank you, Startees, for Oh, Startees is one of Puzzles' actual writers, by the way. If anyone wants to fangirl. Thank you, Aldo Wolf, for $20. Startees also has their own show. Hang on, someone's DMing me. I just want to check. Okay, it's just Gianni doing finger guns at me. I'm fucking cackling. I wrote that episode. Thank you, Angel, for 50 pounds. If all you wanted to do was get an interview, though, I can assure you there are easier ways to get one. He kicks one of his legs over the other. You're not here for an interview. Not for an interview, please! You crack me up. It's clear you enjoy looking at this gorgeous mug of mine. No, I wouldn't kidnap you because you needn't explain yourself, dear. If I were you, I wouldn't have been able to resist myself either. I do not find you attractive in any way, shape, or form. Ah, the Beast, no, 910, thank you for $5. So I should read it in the Puzzles voice so you guys have that. The Beast, no, 910, thank you for $5. The Inverted Shadow, thank you for $50. Ooh. Go on then, continue lying to yourself. Your loss. But the truth is, you not only like me as a person, but you love my cinematography as well. You drag a hand across your face in annoyance. Thank you, Karsadi, for $5. Karsadi, give you both. I'm not attracted to celebrities. Never will be. As a writer, I'd rather look at personality than, you're a writer? He suddenly seems much more interested than before. Well, I dropped out of college to write, but it's nothing to talk about. Oh, Colbin! You're just trying to get me to waste time. No, I simply wish to... Cut it! You groan, shaking... He is so sad! You groan, shaking your head. Thank you, Anonymous, for $5. Strangely, he doesn't exactly seem like he was lying there. But then again, he's a good oh, well, thank you. He's a good actor, so... Time to get back on track. As I was saying before I was interrupted... Let me ask you again. Any last words? Thank you, Gibral the Thing Art, in that case, if that's you and it's doing anonymous. Well, as much as I admire trying to stick to your script, I must say that trope has been overused by now. I'd expect something a little more creative from such a zealous writer like yourself. You point a gun at his head. It was nice to meet you then, I suppose. Pardon? You were being serious? This isn't being filmed. If you want to add more drama into the spectacle, we can do it in some other way that'll benefit us both. Thank you, solitary spoons, for $1 solitary dollar. You shake your head. Let's get this over with, Puzzles. Excuse me? How dare you repay me for all I've done to you with that? I even showed interest in your writing. Thank you, Happy Pineapple, for 160 Sekiros. Most of my devoted fans would kill for a chance like that. I don't care about your stupid songs. Besides, you aren't in a place to be complaining right now. I've been nothing but kind to you, even after you quite rudely interrupted my work. You're extremely cold-hearted, really. Thank you, Pixel Draws. Thank you, Starvoid. It's no wonder folks like you end up killing well-adjusted people instead of getting a real job. You shut him up by firing a warning shot at a picture of him on the wall behind you. So, this isn't a performance. Listen. Thank you, BS6, for $1. All of my dreams are about to be fulfilled within this week. Thank you, Anahata, for $20. All that I ever wanted within the reach of my hand. So how about we make an arrangement before I meet my demise? Thank you, Matcha Duck, for $5. You see, the entertainment industry has many secrets. Folks like yourself may think they know about them all, but I'm afraid that's just not the case most of the time. Thank you, Merlin Archives. Consider this. You ask me about any and all less than favorable people you might want to get some blackmail on, and I provide you with the answers. Why can't I just tear your arm off and make you talk instead? Because then I'd lie to you, and you wouldn't even notice. Don't underestimate my acting abilities and pain tolerance. Thank you, Mars. Also, you're going to kill me either way. Thus, thank you, Anonymous. Let me live one more day. Pretty please? You think about the offer. You had to admit it was tempting. With some of your psychological torture tactics, he'd be sure to reveal crazy blackmail about some people he works with. And that info could very well get you a new job from a rich guy who needs a certain person gone. When I found you with puzzles and eyesight, you made my life so much better. Thank you so much, man. Oh, that's nice. Thank you. Someone who isn't Notvox, preferably. But some info about him could prove to be useful as well. After all, only 1 gig isn't enough to live comfortably. And after all that time, you could barge into the office of a businessman with the head of Mr. Puzzles in your hand and tell him, "Hey, hire me. I know who you want gone. That Mandy down the street. Plus I killed the puzzled man." Thank you, the only Chica. But on the side, what if he's planning to do something mischievous to you instead? I love that wording. Like, not like, what if he's planning to double-cross you? He's gonna do something mischievous. I'm going to put a bucket of water on top of a slightly open door, and you're going to get splashed. Ooh, mischievous. What if he kills you during your slumber? What if you start to like him? Guys, do we kill him? Hang on. Here's a poll. Do we kill him? Thank you, Alexa. Mm-hmm. That looks like no. And that poll? You oh so dramatically lower the gun. Have you gotten softer over the years? No, you're doing it for the info alone. You spin the rifle on your finger, then put it back into your jacket. Puzzles visibly relaxes at that. Even if he's still worried, he doesn't show it. Ah, I see you've made the right decision. I'd expect nothing less from you, of course. So, what's your plan now? Well, now I'm going to... Wait, what time is it? Gadzooks! I'm gonna be late for my road sign appreciation club. Dude, thank you, Stardies. You trot out of the room, almost forgetting to take your very own stop sign. What the what? I'll be back in an hour. Oh, I almost forgot. If you move more than specifically 56 centimeters from this place, 3 AK-47s, along with 2 water guns, will continuously shoot at you until you're barely recognizable. Thank you, Anonymous, for $20. Yeah, guys, please don't super chat if you can avoid it. Please donate. Don't try anything funny. He didn't look like he wanted to after that little threat. Without much thinking, you lock the door to the apartment and make your way down the stairs. You overhear a casual conversation from one of the rooms. Hey, did you know that there's been a rumor about rats stealing fizzy drinks from folks? Ah, that's utterly ridiculous. I'd advise you not to trouble yourself with such gibberish. You shrug and walk out of the apartment. You reach the local... Man, we're really just leaving him. You reach the local library where the club is meant to be held. You nod to yourself with approval. You sit down at the table where meetings are usually hosted. Hello. It's the crew. Thank you, Delvecchio? Delvecchio for $5. Ooh, 1K left before 6,000 or 60,000. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Crystal, for $20. Yes, hello, Willow. Thank you. Guys, you gotta stop doing the super chat. If you super chat, the money goes to our channel and not the charity. I know, I think some countries don't let you actually do the donation. Thank you, Ty Drago? Yeah, guys, please do the donations. That's the point. I appreciate it. I like your kind words. It's very nice. Yeah, it doesn't let you. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know some countries don't. But if you're in a country where you have the option to donate and like have that highlight your name, please do that instead. I will in the puzzle's voice say thank you to everyone who does it. Okay. Boop. Your fellow sign enjoyers were already talking about something. Leminer. I guess I'll make him Lord Remington. Is Leminer on the left? As you can see, rounded signs are much superior to square ones. You and your circles, it's all so boring. Oh, look who the cat dragged in. Divinity. Thank you, B. Thank you, Divinity again. The main character. Thank you, Angel. Thank you, Fryfur. They all notice as soon as he points it out. They greet you with enthusiasm. You do the same. Hello. What's up, mate? I'm gonna do this. What's up, mate? Where have you been? You missed our last hookup. How do I do... Jumping out of... Lord Remington from that voice is very strange. Yeah, I was getting really nervous. You never miss our meetings. You know, work got in the way. You and your office job, man. Thank you, Anonymous. You should drop it. I told you long time ago. It's stable. All those, papers. Jeez, dude. If I were you, I'd been out of there as soon as... I don't know, I'm having trouble hopping between voices, I'm sorry. Thank you, Mick Koala, the gaming artist. Jeez, dude. If I were you, I'd been out of there as soon as they told me to do taxes for someone else. It keeps food on the table. You aren't going to tell them you were a hitman, not in a million years, or the fact that you were broke and homeless for most of the time. Thank you, multiple anonymous donors. They didn't have much and you didn't want to bother them. And you don't really know if you can trust them. We're all glad you made it here. Yes. Did someone finally wash themselves? You hold yourself back from hitting her head with your sign. They finally fixed my water. Thank you, Unknown Lemon. Unknown Lemon, are you Leminer? Are you known as Leminer? Thank you, Kit. Okay. Took them long enough. Yeah. Sorry, people are donating me. Whoop. All right. Doctor.
Oh, it's been too long since we were on topic. We need to get back on track before I explode.
You chuckle at his antics. Thank you again, Starties. Thank you, Honeycombs. Thank you, Fawn Willows.
Right, so today I wanted to tell you about a wonderful sign I found. It's all yellow, and it was all yellow. And triangular. Wowee. And it has a funny black symbol on it.
Paprika, is it a biohazard sign? Again? Thank you, Ominous Potato.
It's... come on. I thought I was really onto something here. It looked amazing.
Where did you find it exactly?
Around some polluted lake in an empty forest. You were looking for road signs in a forest. I ventured off somewhere, cut me some slack.
How much you buy yourself a compass? And we're all gonna give it to you for your birthday. Whoa. Thank you, XK, for I've never seen that currency symbol either. For 1,500 woogity woos. What is that? It's won. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you, Storm Beta, for $50. Thank you, Mick Koala again.
That wouldn't be the worst present I've gotten so far, I'll tell you that. Was it spooky? No, you crybaby. I got a portable television. Said it was broken beyond repair. My great-grandpa sure do care a lot about me.
Speaking of televisions, have you guys seen SMG3 anywhere? Or the rest of the crew, for that matter. Ever since that TV headed guy jumped into their show, weird things started to happen.
Thank you, KH Super Geek 1288.
After the first episode, was it Mario's Mysteries? 3 didn't reply to any of my calls or text. I tried reaching out to everyone else after that, but all I got was silence. It's like screaming into an empty void. I checked if they were on the showgrounds, but nobody was there either. I never knew how to bring it up earlier, but honestly, I'm really worried.
Thank you, Mindless Creative.
Relax, they'll be fine. It's the SMG4 crew, after all. As long as they're being themselves, they'll get out of it.
That's the problem. They aren't acting like themselves in all of these newer episodes. And did I forget to mention that even though they're nowhere to be seen, videos are still being put out?
What if the videos were scheduled, though?
Nah, that can't be the case. They haven't got the same sort of vibe going on as their usual content. I'm sure it's all the fault of that stupid Mr. Puzzles guy. What if he's all brainwashing them?
Oh, well, it'd be good to get more info about all this from Mr. Puzzles himself. You feel just a little bit better knowing that you're going to be the one to free the crew. Maybe killing him won't be too bad. Perhaps you can tell them that the crew will be home soon. Yet, thank you, Cosmic Milkshake. You decide to keep quiet about all this. You still feel guilty. You shouldn't. One of your clubmates notices that. Paprika sighs.
Alright, folks. This isn't working out as we planned it to. And since everyone seems to have a bit of a tougher time here, how about we loosen up a little?
He smirks. I can't drink. I have work tomorrow.
That's why you gotta let go of the stress a little. It's always work, work, and more work.
Well, I suppose that wouldn't be too bad of an idea.
I haven't had beer in a while. I only drink lemonade.
Let's Before you could protest, Paprika starts dragging you out of the library with the others following.
Woo! Let's go! Let's go!
You have a really bad feeling about this. You let up a groan as you get up from the ground. Your head... Oh, I guess that was a time skip. Your head hurts like hell and your limbs are stiff. Last night seemed like a blur. But one of the few situations you can recall is you walking with your friends to a bar. Once you remember that, you scoff. Thank you, Cookie Crown? Kook Crown? At yourself for being so easily swayed. At your friends for letting this happen. You look around. It seems as if you're out on some street. Not a very strange place to wake up in when you consider your past events. You groggily get up, dusting yourself off. You look over at the clock that happens to be on a nearby building. 1 p.m., huh? Dude, bad word, solid graffiti. Thank you, Willow, for $3. That wasn't too bad. Normally at this hour you'd still be asleep or watching your neighbor's TV. TV. Oh, you left the guy all alone for the night.
How jolly. You told him you'd be back in an hour. Thank you, Fryfer. You swiftly grabbed your beloved stop sign, which you thankfully remembered to take even while drunk, and trot off where you to where you assumed the market may be at.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hang on.
Thank you, Rotten Candy, I think? You remember about his offer to give you, and also managed to scribble out some questions to ask him while trying to find your place. You were mentally prepared, preparing yourself for the worst, but you're relieved to see Puzzles is in one piece. His screen is off, though. Is he sleeping? You come closer, quietly, making the steps forward. Uh-oh, he's scary. Whoa, the jump scares. Thank you, Crimson Crowley. Thank you, Anonymous. Thank you, Tomoko. You jump, nearly knocking some stuff over. You hear a hearty laugh. Oh, you should have seen your face. He had hyper-realistic blood eyes. Ooh, priceless. Falling for a trick as old as time. I lowered your guard pretty well, didn't I? Very funny. You roll your eyes. Listen, yeah, Jello doesn't get scared. It's true, I don't. I legit thought the game might be glitched. So you roll your eyes, or at the very least try with your limited face options. Still, I apologize for leaving you here longer than expected. Indeed. You could have told me you'd be back much later, although it wasn't too bothersome. Weren't you bored? Hard to be when you've got a whole library of movies in your head. I suppose so. Wait, I shouldn't be chatting with you like that. You're my captive. Must be my charisma. Shut it. Do you usually have talks like these with your hostages? Not as far as I can remember. It's a lot more proper. I normally kill my hostages on the spot. Rather not think of them too much before... Intriguing. Anywho, I got off track. Let's begin, shall we? May I ask about something first? You already did, but sure. Will this be similar to an interview? I guess we can call it that if it works for you. Thank you, Claire Ramlow. Claire Romlow, not sure how it's pronounced. Oh, wonderful. I'm great at those. Right. You pull out a bunch of little pieces of paper you previously prepared, along with a little voice recording device. You turn it on. First question. What do you know about Notvox and his whole corporation? That guy? Why isn't he just lovely? He's a brute, I'll tell you that much. A jealous type as well. He tries much too hard to hide the fact he's yearning for the same success as myself. You couldn't disagree, but you didn't state it out loud. I was hoping for some blackmail. I see! Why didn't you say so sooner? I heard he and his co-workers lack a rib cage and other things. Have you ever seen someone that skinny? Please. There's also been a rumor about them artificially making smaller organs for their bodies. And then, to add insult to injury, they've been advertising some lose-weight fast products making innocent people believe they're real. Take this with a grain of salt, though. I have no idea if this is true or not. But if it were to be so, I can assure you, even though I don't usually do broadcasts, you'd be sure to see that on Puzzle Vision. Oh, they'd surely lose even more of their viewers after that blow. Keeping such a scandalous medical predicament away from the public? That's a one-way ticket to lose any and all support, I'll tell you that much. You smile to yourself at the possibility of that. It's stupidly funny, and you'd definitely tell Notvox about it later. You shouldn't be smiling. You shake your head, trying to mask that you're also a little amused by his antics. What is it with you these past few days? Thanks a bunch. Anything else while staying on that topic? No. If anything else comes to mind, I'll be pleased to tell you about it. Good. Next up. Do you currently know if someone, for example, one of your sponsors, may have some problems or want a certain person gone? I work by myself. I usually fund my shows on my own, too. Thank you, Vanny. Mostly since they make more than they cost. But the people who do help me with the business side of things like to stay anonymous, like some of our lovely people donating to the Transgender Law Center. If things go south, they wouldn't really want to be associated with the person who caused the whole ordeal to happen. That's disappointing. You were hoping to get more out of this question. Still, it's quite impressive you managed to pump out episodes of this quality even without many sponsors involved. You're really creative with your camera work, too. Probably one of the most critical things to get right from a viewer's perspective. After realizing you went off track again, you glance up at the rather surprised puzzles. Why, thank you. I always try to deliver the best entertainment for my fans, and I'm glad to hear at least one of you can appreciate my work. And you don't dare deny it at this point. Don't get too cocky. You flip another page. Let's switch it up a bit. Do you know anyone else who would have hired a hitman on you? Except not Vox. Well, there are a few people who I consider enemies and would want me gone. Let me think about it. There's that pesky SMG4, but I doubt he'd have the gall to do it. Wants to keep up a friendly persona and whatnot. Could be someone from Disney, but they don't care enough about my magnificent shows. Yet. Wait a bit and soon everyone will know and love them. Coming back to the topic, though, there's also one person I have been worried about since forever. Pencil at the ready, you listen intently. I accidentally stole a pen from this one vile brat in 4th grade by never returning it. That kid's name was Jason. I heard he's a serial killer now. So that should be all. He immediately recoils from that quick admission, and you've just been let down so far. Oh well. As you try to bring out another page, you soon realize that you've used up all your professional questions, so to speak. You're about to finish off this little interview, as the showman would call it, but before you can utter a word, a memory of your friend comes to mind. Alexa? My friend? Oh, this is that person, the pink person on the right. Ever since that TV-headed guy started... we remember this happened, blah, 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 blah. You promised yourself you'd ask him about it. You're a little hesitant, all in all. Was it brainwashing, just as Alexa said? That'd be unfortunate. You'd been having a decent time with him. Something about the way he carries himself is quite compelling. But reading through his files, if he got caught by the cops, he probably would have had to sit in prison for the rest of his life, then suffer 3 death sentences, consisting of putting him on fire, extinguishing it, then reviving him with the use of dark magic from the underworld, from Undertale, to murder him again. But you have to do this for Alexa. But you're afraid. But what if it's your last chance? What if... Dear? Sorry. This is the last question. Are the claims of you brainwashing the SMG4 crew true? Is that what's been going around? Well... I feel I'm hardly to blame for it, when all I've been doing is simply helping them improve an idiotic show. Whether it involves brainwashing or not shouldn't be of a concern. It's simply about the content. Making something that will actually make a difference in the world. Bring the audience to tears. I won't deny the claim, but you must simply think of the big picture. It's truly it's a true spectacle in the works, and wouldn't anyone with common sense see the importance in that art? You remain silent, taking in every detail on his face. There's no doubt about it anymore. This man's batshit insane, and you should definitely get rid of him as soon as humanly possible. For the sake of SMG4. For the sake of Alexa. For the sake of your own life. Still, thank you for telling me. This was the last set of questions, but you want to know more. You need to know more about this guy. You want to know what makes him tick. This morbid interest will kill you one day. I can't help but wonder, though. Thank you, Snake Lover 5, the prequel, for $30. Why bother using them as actors instead of hiring someone more, competent? If they can't do their job right, I mean, no, it's quite simple. It's because they're a bunch of idiots. And if I can make a good show out of them, then I can do anything. Of course, I wouldn't expect anyone of your caliber to be able to understand that in the first place. You don't know what being a showman and an actor truly means.
I can act. Oh, is that so? Yeah. At least that's what my mom told me. Damn. I was thinking of joining a theater club when I was little, but I never actually did since I hate being in the spotlight with every fiber of my being. Some stage fright, I presume. Typical. But that's not what interests me as of now. I'll only believe your words when I see you in action. What are you waiting for, then? Chop chop! Like right now, in front of you. Dude, this assassin is so easy. Thank you, Nova42. In front of you? Precisely. No way. Yes way. I'll just make a fool out of myself. Dear, think of it this way. Do you like giving up? No? Then refusing to act, right here and now, is comparable to giving up and letting me win. What? Ah, I see. Not a fighter, then. What a surprise. I was right, and you can't act to save your life. Oh, how I do love being correct. It really is just like one of those TV tropes. All right, I'll go. I knew you had it in you. Why do I feel like this is a bad idea? Fret not. I do understand why one may be nervous when faced with the task to perform for yours truly. My advice for that pesky stage fright of yours is to imagine the viewers, in this case the fabulous me, are actually really stupid, and you're the only one who knows what to do here. Sound good? It's hard for me to think of you as an idiot. The ending in the art... Okay, I like that. That's a funny, sick dig at Star versus the Forces of Evil. Yeah, that one got flair, too. The ending in Star versus the Forces of Bad Stuff was good, actually. Never mind. What do I say, anyway? Oh, I know. How about a role from one of my unused scripts? Why the hell not? Wonderful! Okay, I know. Oh, but whatever shall I do now that my beloved has left me, lost in the rigid fire of despair, and gone from a single gunshot? How tragic it truly is. How I now must spend the rest of eternity all alone. How's that sound? Oh, but whatever shall... No, not like that. But I can see your potential there. Say it all louder and put some more emphasis on whatever. Oh, but whatever shall I do now that my beloved has left? You're slurring some words together. Try to speak from the diaphragm instead. Try to imagine it. Oh, but whatever shall I do now that my beloved has left me? Lost in the frigid fire of despair and gone from a single gunshot. That's better. But you could try to roll the R's a bit more. I think that'd fit with the tone and your accent quite nicely. How tragic it truly is. How I now must spend the rest of eternity all alone. Emphasis! Especially on tragic and eternity. Now start over. Thank you, Contro. For $50. Ooh. You feel strangely determined. Oh... But whatever shall I do, now that my beloved has left me, lost in the rigid fire of despair, and gone from a single gunshot? How tragic it truly is! How I now must spend the rest of eternity all alone! Bravo! Bravo! Now that's how you do a brilliant show. I need to get you in one of my productions. I can't let that talent go to waste. Or, even worse, get into someone else's hands. Thanks, I appreciate that. Oh. Hey. That means you could look for real actors in the future? After you prove yourself and whatnot. I do not need to prove myself, young pal. Young gender-ambiguous reader insert. Whatever you say. You could do even better shows than now, and just... I'd be looking forward to that. Now you made him flustered. I shall come back tomorrow with the other ways of getting more information out of you. A goofy smile spreads across his face, with him being quite quick to recover from the blushy act. How lovely. Does it mean I am insured another day? Am I to be your Scheherazade divinity? Don't put it that way. Besides, you shouldn't be so happy about this. This just means there's going to be more psychological torture thrown your way. Oh, that's what this was? Psychological torture? Okay, and they were roommates. And it's going to be even worse than today. Can't wait. I'm going to make you eat those words, jerk. Now I have places to be. Yes, you don't sound sure. You would kill for a coffee right now. Anything you say, dear. You groan as you leave the room in a hurry, not looking back at the TV man. Thank you, King Creeps. As you sprint down the stairs, you overhear no conversations whatsoever. Weird. As soon as you reach the little cafe... Oh, wait. Soon you reach the little cafe. You like coming here a lot. The atmosphere itself is worth the 30-minute walk. Damn, a 30-minute walk to a cafe. Thank you, Rin, for $10. The pleasant aromas, friendly staff, and most importantly, they're always more than happy to welcome you in your beloved stop sign. I love that you carry that everywhere. Is this like a Lethal Company OC? Wait. Thank you, Luna Nova. Is this poster down left? Is this Sylvie? Is this Sylvie from Epithet Erased? Like, it kind of looks like him, right? Am I crazy? Confirm? Dev, I know you were in chat earlier. Hello.
Hey!
Hey!
You cheapskates out there better be coughing up the dough for the cause! Trans rights! Look, even I can do it! I'm putting $100 in the damn thing right now, and that's me! I stole that money, by the way.
Thank you so much, Mr. Weapons Gianni Matrigrano.
Yeah, whatever. That was a joke earlier, by the way. Alright, love you, Pookie Bear. Kisses, bye.
Kisses? Oh, we can't be doing that. We can't be confirming shit. Oh, that's gonna get clipped and we're gonna get in trouble. We're just joshing. We're just joking around. Nothing we do on this stream can confirm or deny any ships in SMG4. People always seem to assume that you're a murderer and asylum patient. Well, yeah, you're dressed like that. Or a slag. You sweep into the cafe quickly. I sweep into the cafe, quickly ordering a small latte. You didn't feel like drinking something stronger. After all, you still need to sleep tonight. 2 out of 5 stars on Yelp. I keep hiring this hitman. I keep hiring this hitman because he's cheap, but he keeps falling in love with the targets. Ooh, we're $200 away from 60K? Hell yeah. Thank you for the $8, Crystal. Stardies DMs me in all caps. I almost fell out of my chair. Preferably indoors, not on the streets again. Whoa, thank you, $100. Anonymous. I assume you're doing like a VPN or something. I super appreciate that. Also, did we ever get confirmation? Is this Sylvie? Because like, am I crazy? It really looks like him. Nevertheless, your drink is brought to you in a timely manner. The star person behind the counter. Oh, another person who sounds like this. Thank you, Inverted Shadow. Woo. It doesn't question your strange appearance, which you appreciate deeply. He did give you a few weird looks when you first came here, but it seems as if he's gotten used to your quirks over time. Thank you, Merlin Archives. It'd be strange if he didn't, honestly. You've left a good $200 here over the last few, living here the few years. Blah. You've left a good $200 here over the few years of living here after all. I'm gonna be real, man. A couple, like, in a coffee shop, that's like, I mean, that's like 10 visits over years. I don't know if that's that impressive. Leave that in a tip jar and we'll start talking. Lost in thought, you absent-mindedly take the cup with the warm liquid, muttering thanks as you walk out of the coffee place. It's a nice night out, and a peaceful one at that. It helped you calm down your nerves, which were building up inside you over the past few days. Honestly, you felt it was too calm. Like the quiet before a storm. And guess what? Your suspicions were correct. Rats! What the hell? A rat gang suddenly appears.
You got a cool coffee over here. Give it to me.
A white rat exclaims. Huh? What the flip? What? Thank you, Glaciolass.
White rat, give him a while to think.
The black rat chimes in.
As if there's anything to think about.
I'm not gonna give you my coffee.
Why not?
It's mine and I'm tired.
You either give it to us or you die.
What? You guys are just a bunch of rats.
Maybe we are, but we'll bite you pretty damn hard if you don't pay up.
The last rat speaks up. You're not in the mood for killing a bunch of rodents. Rats, hear me out. How about we try to settle this peacefully? Sorry, are these... If it's Shadow and Sonic, are they supposed to be like Shadow, Sonic, and Silver? Like Sonic characters? Okay, in that case, continue. How about we play chess instead of doing whatever you want to do? Thank you, Sonic Droid. Really not looking forward to more bloodshed today.
It's no use. Chess? Do you think we'll settle for something as low-key as that?
Well, it's just an idea. Wasn't expecting you to know how to play chess anyways.
Huh. Of course we can play chess. You're talking to the chess master of the sewers.
A chess match it is then. If I win, I get to go on without a second thought, keeping my coffee. You ponder for a minute, putting a finger to your metaphorical chin. Not your action, just like you're holding the finger to like, I don't know, your nipple or something. Unrelated to the real chin. And the chessboard, since I can't bring mine because it's at home. That was a blatant lie. Thank you, Nathaniel Saturn. Oh yeah, I guess we are a microwave head guy, so I guess he doesn't technically have a chin. It's just the bottom of his face. You didn't want to bring it because you didn't have the funds for it. The rats discuss between each other quietly.
Fine, but if we win, we take your coffee and we get to beat you up. Deal?
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Inky Fresh Animations, for $100. Are we at 60K? We have to be really close. Can we have this guy say my name because I donated twice? Your name is Mr. Puzzles. 60K! Oh, thank you guys. Can we get to $150,000 on this stream? No, that is super awesome. Thank you guys so much. It's a really tough time to be a trans person, an intersex person, anyone off the gender binary, really anywhere, but especially in the United States right now. You're doing a huge favor to everyone who's struggling. Super, super kind of everyone who's donated. I very much appreciate it. And we still have $90,000 to go by the end of the year. So, yeah. Here we go. Let's see if we can keep... I will keep in Puzzle's voice shouting out... I'm sorry, if you're donating and it comes up as anonymous, I'm really sorry I don't know who your voice is. We'll figure something out. Thank you to anonymous people. Deal. You sit down on the pavement as the animals disappear in the nearby trash can. They soon come back with a surprisingly well taken care of chessboard. You put the this really is just happening. You put the pieces on their designated places, and after a dry good luck, you start the match. The game lasts for hours upon hours. You play restlessly. At first you gain the lead, then they do, and so on. What if this had, like, detailed chess notation, like pawn to e5, rook to d6, like, the entire way, like it was a full chess game. Thank you, Mars. Thank you, Shadowcrest. Thank you, Sewn Gums. Oh, no, Sewn Gums. Fortunately, with you getting lucky in the train wreck that your mother calls your life, you get their king with your queen. With some resistance, they give you the board with pieces and leave you alone for good. You feel groggy. That really just happened. Your microwave head feels like it's going to explode. You haven't exactly slept well for the past few days, but oh well. You ask a random person on the street for the time. He tells you it's nearly 3 p.m. You thank the man and groan to yourself. Another day wasted on absolutely nothing. Wait, that must mean you only have 3 days left to continue interrogating Puzzles before you have to kill him. That is a big problem. A massive one, even. You haven't done a good job getting much info out of him. At this point, you wonder if he's pretending or plain stupid. He couldn't be. Mr. Puzzles? A stupid idiot? I don't know about that one. Big if true. Thank you, Fryfer. Thank you, Anonymous, whoever that is. Sorry if there was a name attached to it and YouTube was like, no. You're from the wrong country.
Hang on a second. I'm gonna try and pull something up really quick.
I'm gonna go to my loading screen.
Give me just a second. Starty's just sent me something. In reaction to the "Love you, Pookie Bear" from Gianni. Gianni, you can't say that. Lol, Lamau, you.
Okay. Alright. Maybe you haven't pushed hard enough? That must be it. You wanted to avoid it, but in the end, you're going to have to stick to your original plan, and we'll actually have to torture the man. For some reason, you don't want to do it. Yes, he was completely clueless at times, but his natural charm and ability to make you laugh definitely were the main selling point. Not to mention the fact that you like passionate people. And if he doesn't fit the label, then you don't know who does. Your gaze falters and focuses on the chessboard still in your hands. You think about it once, and again, and 8 more times. That's it. You know what you're going to do. You open your microwave head and put the chessboard in it. I hope there's no metal in that. Then happily trot over to the little base of yours. You hear no voices as you climb up the stairs this time. You unlock the door and Puzzles again seems to be snoozing, or at least indulging in his version of it. Thank you for the $10. His screen is turned off. You poke him with the end of your stop sign. Thank you, Circus, for $50. He jolts awake, frantically looking around before loosening up once he sees you. He covers it up by letting out a small, albeit somewhat nervous chuckle. Of course you'd do that. Anywho, it's a pleasure to see you today. Got caught up in the traffic again, I presume? He knew hella well you went everywhere on foot. Not really. I couldn't sleep. Did the heat get to you? I know that if I didn't turn myself off tonight, I would have overheated for sure. Thank you, Anonymous, for the $4. We could lower the thermostat temperature if you want to. I mean, it's a pity you didn't say anything sooner. I would have turned it down. You're terrible at torturing this guy, dude. Divinity is down bad. But really, it's my fault. Are you sure you were all right? Oh, concerned about little old me? He smirks as you put your beloved sign against the wall. No. Blush. I just don't want anyone overheating here. Especially if that anyone has more valuable info for me. Now that I mention it, I'm supposed to tell you about what sinister and, very evil things I'm going to do to you. I guess. Ah, torture, is it? Do your worst, then. Oh, but that makes me wonder. What cruel things will you do to me? Set me on fire as a sacrifice to your twisted god. Drown me in the pool of hungry fish of all shapes and sizes. Oh, wait, don't tell me. You'll throw 5 consecutive execution attempts together, basing them off every... Is this a goddamn Danganronpa reference? We are halfway through Danganronpa. You'll throw 5 consecutive execution attempts together, basing them off every single episode I've put on SMG4's channel so far, and in every one of them making me survive just barely to make me pass away in a grandiose way. But I will fortunately show all my loving fans that Mr. Puzzle shall never falter, and I will escape at the last second, gaining more support and love than I could ever at chess. What do you mean, chess? He dismisses the chessboard, way too focused on whatever he's talking about to pay attention to your actions. If you dare put your filthy hands on someone as grandiose as myself, you might as well give it your all. Did I read that right? No, yeah, okay. You take a chair for yourself and put it across him. Just slamming him to the floor and putting the legs of the chair around his torso. That's just disrespectful to my person as a whole. Truly, I thought you had more decency than that. Oh, You sit in front of him, and he goes on and on about how it's borderline humiliating to torture him with no real effort or pizzazz put into it. You wait for him to shut up, but to no avail. So you either use everything in your arsenal to make my death memorable, or blah, 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 blah. You realize he probably wasn't going to shut up unless you explicitly made him. You swing the door to your head open and let the chessboard fall onto your table unceremoniously. He momentarily silences himself. Yo, 777 concurrent viewers, lucky number. Can we get $777 donated to the Transgender Law Center right now? He's darting from the item to you a couple of times. You close your hatch.
How'd you do that?
My head is a microwave. Thus, it also works like one. It'd be a pity if, for example, your TV head didn't work like one, wouldn't it? You think that this is common knowledge, but apparently not. It would be quite the pity indeed. You shake your head, then start to put the pawns in their designated places. You steal a few glances at the man while doing so. Still, chess very well could be considered torture. In what way, exactly? In my opinion, everything can turn to torture if you overdose on it. Candy, games, potassium, even TV shows. The TV looks more than a little offended, but lets you continue. It's more mental than anything. And let me tell you that damage done to the mind lasts longer than one done to the body. That's why I chose it. You're glad you were used to masking your feelings because you'd lie if you didn't have any ulterior motives behind it. Thank you again, Divinity, the star of the show. Of course, your words still do stand, but not in this context. Nevertheless, he makes a pouty face as you put the very last pawn on the board. It's either chess, or I'll make a car drive into you. You wouldn't! Imagine if such an uninteresting death were to happen to someone like you. Fine! Fine, you dirty rascal. I'll play your sick, demented games, then. I wouldn't go down being hit by a car. Sure, yeah, sure you wouldn't. The showman seems pleased and puts both hands under his chin, his metaphorical chin. Once you loosen the rope around him to make him able to move his hands around, then what's the rope for? If he can move his arms, then we freed him. He just gets up and leaves. Good thing I've watched countless chess matches of the finest champions there are. I know all the rules. Oh, God. I know all the rules like the back of my gloved hand. You wait for him to make an actual move, but he seems to wait for you to do something. Here it is, the start of a chess game. Thank you, Ricins, or Rice Drakens, for £7. Why aren't you doing anything? Aren't you going to pull out that timer all of them use? We don't have that, nor do we need it. Puzzles raises a judgmental eyebrow, then proceeds to move his bishop, dismissing the fact that there was a pawn in the way. He grins at you as if he has just made a genius move, a cocky grin spreading across his face. You look at the board, then back to him. You two share a 1,000-yard stare. Well, did I leave you stumped? You're unsure who is going to be the tortured one here. You can't do that. You have to make a path for your pawn first. I was simply checking you. Can't have a chess match with a barbarian. Thank you, bread column. After some time, you begin to realize he wasn't the best at chess, but nevertheless managed to power his way through after some quick reminders. Some of his moves were a little unusual, probably copied from the TV, but still gave you a bit of trouble. Both of you began to loosen up after the first half an hour, and chatting about the many rules of chess morphed into casual small talk. Ah, got you there. Takes a bishop. You tap your fingers on the table in a staccato rhythm, your other hand reaching to toy with one of the many wires that were sticking out of your head. Ooh. Don't they say the ones who fly the highest fall the hardest? There was some light teasing in your tone, it being far from the sharp way you talked to him before. I still have 2 more pawns standing than you. I already have a brilliant strategy that's sure to leave you whining on the ground once I unleash it. He puts the black bishop nearby him. Strangely, his
gaze seems to soften once he places the pawn down. His gloved fingers trace along the tip of the wood it's made out of, his eyes being kept on that very piece a little too long. Finally, you speak up. Is something wrong? Oh, no need to worry, dear. It's just that, as a kid, I never really got to experience the wonders of simple board games like these. Whenever I'd dare to ask my father about playing chess, he pushed me away, no matter the day or time. So, naturally, I stopped trying at one point. But the want never faded, and for once, my TV shows weren't enough. Watching all these talented players come up with new strategies on the spot made me crave to play with someone even more. What about your peers? School? Bro, what is this chessboard? It's a special chessboard. Nowadays, I wonder who thought putting so many different people in one building would lead to anything less than a disaster. As strange as it is to believe, I didn't have many pals growing up. As in, nobody was willing to be my friend at the time. At first, they were just oh so happy once I said I wanted to play with them. And I was too. It was hard to find any actors while being a kid, so I took what was currently available. Which was a mistake. You see, instead of following through with my script, they insisted on breaking character and going out of their way to ruin everything. After I yelled at them to knock some sense into them, they stopped talking to me altogether and started spreading rumors. After that, I started to despise school. But I didn't give up on my biggest dream yet, creating a whole amusement park. The way the conversation didn't match itself tonally creeps you out. Thank you, Rennie Lyra. You see, one time when I was watching one of my shows, an ad for a park called Disney World popped up. That's where my so-called obsession began. I started researching everything one would need to start such a glorious endeavor. I drew a wide assortment of things, from funny rideable horses to a 100-foot-tall mega slide that swats you on the wall. It was a rejected copy, but I swear I have it somewhere. Anywho, my father was quick to turn that down too, telling me I don't have an ounce of creativity on my person. You can imagine a little kid like myself feeling rather bummed out after that, and so I stayed home and did the only thing that could bring me some kind of joy at the time. I watched TV, where all the characters always followed the script at hand. But I didn't stop drawing, and my dreams of an amusement park never truly I picture as he gives this soliloquy, it's just, he's just moving one piece back and forth over and over and over again, doing nothing. And so Mr. Puzzles came to life. Confused much? As much as I'd like to, I wasn't born with the name of Mr. Puzzles, no. You see, Puzzles was supposed to be a mascot of my beloved park. Someone who brings joy to everyone around, you know? I like that idea, actually. Oops, my bad. Whatever. Yeah, sure, we'll save here while I'm here. But then, after a particularly rough fight with my father, I decided to bring my mascot to life. That was almost tragic. And a bit poetic. Instead of letting both of you ponder for longer, he puts that showman voice on, seemingly try to cover up a more human side of his story. But as you may know, things didn't go as planned. I was forced to pursue my second dream, becoming a TV show host. And right now it's going splendidly. Just a little more and I can show my darling father and everyone else who doubted me that I can be creative. He sends you a warm grin. You don't fall for it. You feel your thoughts racing to hell and back. Some of the pieces that build his character clicking into place. You'd act surprised, but really, a guy who brainwashes people to get what he wants obviously wouldn't have the best home life. Still, I get you, in a way. My parents were pretty strict growing up. They'd turn down my writing and tell me to focus on geography or math. Geography? That's an interesting subject. You need to learn your geography, young man. At some point, every day started to blend into another. There was just so much stuff they wanted out of me. Play the violin, do all the home tasks, then homework, then study. Violin again, and then study until you can't no more. It just felt like I wasn't really in control.
Creative control.
But then I fell out of college, wanting to pursue writing, and was tossed onto the streets soon enough. I had to pick up a gig, and fast, so I started being a hitman for Knotbox. He somehow managed to get my number to offer me a deal, and I took it. And I did some research on the guy I was meant to take out. He wasn't a good person, so I told myself it was for a greater good. And I liked having some control in my life for once, even if it was as morbid as having it over my victim's life. I guess after that first kill, the rest of them were easier. And while Knotvox's offers are far and few between, it's all I have. Living on the streets is better than living with them anyway. At least I don't feel like a damn puppet anymore. Realizing that you too got off track, you shake your head just to get back into things. Besides all that, I think we both just want mobility. Power. Control. And personally, I think you need someone who understands you. You need... Okay, chat. Yeah, it's about right. Someone to love you. You think you've made a mistake by how he'd acted, but what follows surprises you slightly. That's... You're quite the charmer, aren't you, dear? Perhaps you are right. Maybe I do need someone to love me after all. Though I must warn you, my standards are quite high. That last sentence makes you a little flustered for some reason. Wait, what? No, damn it! You weren't like that, so lightheaded, so... Get yourself together! Right, chess. My turn. Even more time passes. No more heavy topics come by as you continue your small talk, but it seems as if some weight has been lifted off your shoulders. As the match seems to be nearby the conclusion, you notice a way to quickly take out Puzzles' king. He doesn't notice it. You decide to think it through. Okay. Mm-hmm. What? Wait. Ooh, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. It's 50-50. I mean, if someone donates a bunch of money, maybe they can be the deciding factor. You never know. As I take a break to drink some tea. What tea do I got? It's Snapple Zero Sugar Peach Tea. Ooh, lasagna. Thank you for $5. All right, lasagna. I know there's a slow chat, so we might have to wait. What do you want, lasagna? Unless someone wants to outbid lasagna. $5. Do I hear $6? Do I hear $7? Do I hear $8? $9? Going once, going twice. Thank you for the $20. Ooh, a bidding war, fun. Ooh, $50 from Cookie Crown. Crystal, $25. We got $50. $20 from Mars. $20 from Anonymous. $6 for Non-Freshman.
It looks like Cookie Crown is currently deciding factor. Do I hear 51? Do I hear 52? Any more money? Puzzles stares at us for minutes as we decide whether or not to ruin his life. Thank you all for donating money to the Transgender Law Center. Noob attempts 55! I hear 55! Do I hear 56? Do I have 57? 58? $60! 55! $100 from Stardies! Do I hear 101? Do I hear 102? $60 from Cookie Crown. That's less. $50. Thank you so much. Well, technically Cookie Crown already donated, so that's actually $110 from Cookie Crown. So Cookie Crown is currently $110 collectively. $110. Do I hear $115? $115. The big 115. Thinking about donating 1,000. Should I do it? If you have the money. I think that might be it. Going once. Going twice. I think it's Cookie Crown. All right, I'm going to say that goes to Cookie Crown. Cookie Crown gets to decide. Doing my best to keep an eye on chat. I know slow mode is on, so... You get to pick if we throw or not. They said let him win? Okay, let him win. We let him win. Thank you. You think spoiling the fun for him wouldn't be the best idea, and so you move your queen to take out a lone pawn. He glares at you before triumphantly taking out your king with his queen. We can't move into check. Unrealistic. And that, my friend, is checkmate. The fans watching the match nearly explode with glee as their beloved Mr. Puzzles, come out victorious. That wasn't too bad, considering that it's your first time. You made some real clever moves there. He stops in his tracks, forgetting to stop a large grin that spreads across his face while you said that. Really? I mean, really, of course. I always come out on top. You notice the clock on the wall. You look at it for a minute, your gaze staying there a little too long. He seems to notice that. You have to go, I suppose. Yeah. I'll be back soon. Promise. Let me just tie him back up, and there we go. Before you grab it, though, you look over your shoulder. Right. Do you want anything? I don't have much money, but I'll try to do my best finding whatever you'd like. Oh, for me? Do you think you could get something to make this place less depressing? I'll try. See ya. His image lingers in your mind as you lock the door behind you. You get back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity when you nearly fall over a stairs as you try to walk down. You catch yourself just in time to overhear the two people talking about something. Did you hear about the legend of a Skippy 3001? What, do you believe in that rubbish, compatriot? Not at all. I see. You recall being told by Paprika that, quoting him, a super extra epic new and improved supermarket has come into town. You decide to go, as the street that this supposed shop is on ain't too far from here. Zabka. As you make your way to Wawa, what the heck is Wawa? As you make your way over there, a green neon light graces your eyes. It spells out the word Zabka. Seems Slavic. Not paying much mind to it, you walk into the shop. You walk around in awe. Dude, we get to cook food and buy stuff. There are countless aisles in sight, each one with unique items ranging from plush toys to weird hats. It was quite the sight, really. And you didn't know where to, I'm gonna guess this is where to start so much as searching for the next thing. You didn't know what to do. You walk around for a little bit. Turn that down. You walk around for a bit before spotting a what you presume to be a worker of the shop. He's currently rearranging some plushies that look like round white dogs. You walk up to him, but he doesn't seem to notice you at first. Oh, he's a Rubik's Cube. You tap him with your sign on the shoulder, and he jumps back, nearly dropping the plush in his hands. He catches it with a sigh of relief, though, and puts it on his designated place. He finally turns to you, his head more than a bit scrambled. He just looks tired. Egg Dog? Okay, clearly you guys know who this is. Oh, that's the... They really brought that thing with them. Huh. He glances at your sign as a quiet mumble escapes his lips. As soon as he regains his composure, though, his voice switches to the usual shop assistant vibe with a sprinkle of exhaustion. What can I... He stops himself, pinching a nose that wasn't really there. No, let me rephrase. Welcome to Zabka. What can I help you with? He recites the phrase without much enthusiasm, which you don't blame him for doing. You look over the badge that's sewn... Oh, I don't know what... I don't know what Egg Dog is either, guys. You guys really are doing a good job making me feel 30. I feel... so not in the loop. Hi, Alex. You regret saying that. Could you tell me where I can find beer and some stickers? Aisles 23 and 334, respectively. Pardon? 334? 23 and 334. Yep, should be about right. How big is this place? It's not really that big once you get used to it. Oh, Egg Dog is SMG3's pet. Okay. No, sorry. Guys, I don't watch episodes Mr. Puzzles isn't in. I just watch it to check my own performance, to be honest. You pass by him without saying much to mind the interaction. He must have been joking, right? No. You happen across a wild chimpanzee in a cage. Dude, are we gonna play chess with a chimp? You came across a weird book that seemed to be calling your name with the wish to fulfill your freakiest desires, of which you had none, of course. That one time in 2017 was an accident. You also almost brought an 8-hour extended version of Shimmy on a music disc before realizing you don't even have anything you could insert it into, and you didn't want to push your luck with puzzles. And so, after many hours of searching, many hours, you go back to buy everything you picked and make it out of the shop. I love that your guy, you were like, sorry, Puzzles, I don't want to, but I have to leave. And the thing you had to do is just like, I don't know, maybe I'll check out a store. And you loiter there for hours. Only to once again realize it was getting dark. Man, you gotta work on your time management. You start to make your way back to the house as you stare up at the setting sun. Some of the stars were already lighting up the sky, reminding everyone of how time couldn't be stopped, not even for a second. That dawned on you with every step you took. Even within this short time frame, you've grown quite fond of the TV-headed showman you were originally just supposed to take out. Do you think Not Vox is like sitting in his room, tapping his foot, going, where is that dude? Why is he not dead? He was out of his office for almost 4 days straight. You've seen some missing posters and media articles online, but the police haven't been able to track you down yet. And then you let out a small hum at your realization. Even Not Vox has decided to cut contact with you after the initial kidnapping. He knows hella well that if he were to be caught now, his career would be ripped to shreds. He found it a little amusing and eerie how he has to put his trust in you to kill his rival, all in all. He knew that you couldn't refuse the money at this point. Stupid cash. Stupid cash! You kick some rock on the pavement. You stare at it, then hit it harder. It always annoyed you how everything seemed so dependent on money, but you digress. You look into your purse and look inside of it. You find that you have $1 left from the $200 that no... $200?! We're killing someone for $200?! Bro! You gotta raise your prices! That's not enough! That's not enough! $200! No wonder we're poor if we're doing jobs like this for that much money. Bro, that's like a little more than 1 day of minimum wage. Oh my god, imagine if Mr. Puzzles learned you were killing him for less than a commission! That's true! And if you didn't do the job, you'd be left without a penny to your name. You'd feel your shoulders slumping slightly as you hide the purse in your bandana. How? You groan to yourself. Actually, what would happen if you didn't do the deed? Of course. Yo, can we show how little $200 is? Can we get $200 donated to the Transgender Law Center right now? Just out of solidarity. Of course you wouldn't get the money, but Puzzle seems to like you enough to... You slap yourself across the face. What are you, 14? He's just pretending. Has been from the start. There's no way someone would genuinely think to stick around for something more meaningful than some club shenanigans. Maybe it isn't based on USD. I don't know what currency that would be a good deal in. Because, like, even assassinating, like, a random person is, like, depending on where you're at, like, minimum 5K to 15K to 25K. Don't ask why I know this. Like 25K for like an average person, like not a head of a company, not someone like who anyone would notice. And Mr. Puzzles is a figure in this world. So this should be like a 6K operation, 6-digit operation. Anyway, it would be stupid to risk it. Right? Right. You hear no further conversations as you climb the stairs. You take a deep breath and walk into the room. Surprisingly, you see him up and running. Oh, you're back. Fashionably late. And how would you know that? Essentially, being a cyborg most certainly helps in a plethora of situations. I have noticed a pattern that you usually come at around 8 p.m. due to my wonderful built-in clock. There's also a clock on the wall. Oh, thank you, freshman. $200! Thank you, Nom Nom Freshman. He looks rather frazzled. Well, you must excuse me, as I've been watching reruns of some shows and movies when you were gone. Didn't pay much attention to my surroundings. But anywho, did you remember about my request? If he had eyelashes, he most certainly would have fluttered them right now. He does have eyelashes. Yeah, you didn't specify what to bring, so I brought what seemed to be good enough. You showed him the beer and sticker packets. That's so sad. He's absolutely mortified. I think you misunderstood. Dude, we're beefing it with Mr. Puzzles right now. When I said I wanted something to make this place less depressing, I meant pretty lights. Posters, got flowers even. Make this more like a romantic movie set. What is this? You didn't think he'd be that thrown off. Makes the whole party loosen up, though, doesn't it? I'm not gonna force you to do it or anything, but it can be fun. Well, how am I even supposed to drink if I'm all tied up? You sheepishly tap on one of the bottles. I thought we could go out on the balcony and stuff. Oh? Can you imagine kidnapping a person, untying them to play chess, retying them, and then knowing people are looking for them and there's missing posters on the street for Mr. Puzzles, taking him out on your balcony to drink with him casually? You know what? Only give him what you're paid for, and we are being paid $200 in fairness. Is this a trap? Dude, you're trapped already. No, quite the opposite, really. I just want to spend some time with you is all. Oh, what? Well, if there aren't any cameras in the neighborhood, then you start to turn off the safety systems around the room. Or at least pretend to, since it broke on the third night. We're the worst. Puzzles watches you, occasionally glancing over at the beer bottles that were put on the ground just a minute ago. You untie him, and you two make your way over to the balcony swiftly. Oh, he's so much taller than we are. The sun you just watched so closely had disappeared behind the horizon, and the stars had begun shining in all their glory. You lean over the barrier, your eyes trying to find different constellations in the grand scheme of all these heavenly bodies. You're in a city, good luck. Puzzles, albeit on guard, follows your lead and does the same. You take one of the bottles you brought with him inside, open it along with your hatch, and pour it all in. Puzzles watches in bewilderment as you chug down the whole thing in a flash. Frankly, he's somewhat impressed, but also very concerned. Are you an alcoholic? Are you an alcoholic? You take another bottle from the floor and give it to Puzzles. He stares at it for a bit before simply putting it down. I can't drink, dear. He taps his head with a small smile on his face. Remember? Oh. Why'd you come then? I can't believe you're asking me why I'd come. Perhaps I wanted to see the sky after roughly 4 days of being held captive. I leave the window open. Why do you leave the window open? We're so bad at this, dude. Not like that. Not through a glass, as you might have guessed if you thought about it for more than 2 seconds. And I didn't think you would take me if I refused. I would. Puzzles swats his hand at you, but there's a hint of surprise in the gesture somehow. Sure, spare me from the lies. He puts a dramatic hand to his forehead. Not a lie. He was in denial, maybe. Couldn't blame him. You drink a second bottle. After a few minutes, you feel the alcohol kicking in, but your senses aren't completely out of it yet. You notice the TV man looking around the balcony a little too meticulously. So, are you sure there aren't any weapons here? Nope. Not even a tiny pistol? Not even a tiny pistol. His eyes squint as if he's thinking of something. He tries to remain unsuspicious, though, doing dramatic gestures and whatnot. Puzzles is being so kind, since he has the power to just shoot lightning at people. He's just like, whatever, this might as well happen this week. Hey, dear. Do you think a person could survive a fall from here? And if so, how big is the chance of something happening to their handsome screen? Huh? Yeah, no, their handsome face would be in no trouble here. I had to jump off of here when some old lady thought I'd killed her cat. What? There are bushes you can fall down into. They look kind of funny from up here. You didn't really care, though. All you do is stare at that screen of his. Yeah, I can't believe there's no push him off option. Alright, that's pretty overwhelming. I really love your stupid face. It's weird to say that about a TV, but it's no wonder your fans get drawn to you like moths to fire. Ooh. What? You're blushing. I am most certainly not. My processor's simply overheating. Whatever. It looks good on you. I like observing people. Catching little details about them. All that. You're one of those people that I had the pleasure of getting a lot of these details about. You're so expressive. Thank you for the $1. It's still so hard to read at times. I do wonder half the times if what you've been saying to me is true or not. Regardless, I enjoy your presence a lot. More than a lot. You're the first person in a while that truly seems to get me, you know? It's funny, or not that different once you look at it from a certain point of view. I wish one day I'd be able to understand you the same way you seem to understand me. It's stupid. Puzzle sits there silently, then goes to fiddle with one of his gloves. I don't think it is, dear.
And I wouldn't say you've been doing the worst job of empathizing with me. Although, if that is how you feel about it now, I wouldn't be completely opposed to I wouldn't be completely opposed to help you to get to know me better. And you being quite dashing yourself, as I may put it, is nothing short of a bonus.
You don't fully process what he's saying to you, but whatever it is, it made you feel warm inside. Too bad it might have been a mix of his words and beer as you stumble to the ground. To your surprise, Puzzles helps you sit on the ground, a little worried. Hey, I forbid you from dying off because of I forbid you from dying of a cause as ridiculous as this. He tries to remain stern, but shakes his heads, multiple, and sits next to you. You involuntarily put your head on his shoulders, to which he flinches, but stops himself from pulling away at last second. I forgot. I don't think I got your name, dear. Divinity. Divinity. It suits you. Man, that one chatter gets to actually... I'm a little tipsy, says Divinity. And after that very moment, you feel your consciousness slipping bit by bit. Dude, you can't be drinking if it messes you up this fast. Until all you can see are the shiny little orbs above your head. And that soon disappears too. You groggily wake up to find the sun coming up and Puzzles leaning on your shoulder. It was just an ordinary day. Wait, Puzzles leaning on your shoulder? You almost jump back in a mix of shock and embarrassment. You remain level-headed, though. What the hell must have happened yesterday? You try to recall it, but all you can remember is you nearly falling down and Puzzles catching you. Sounds like something straight out of a rom-com. Gosh. You've still got a job to do. You drag his body over to the chair and tie him up once again. You catch yourself staring at him a bit too long, but shake your head to brush it off. Thank you, Starvoid, for $5. You look around the room, the million Polaroids with all the dates penned in red, all leading to the TV man before you. This really does look like the room of a fangirl at first glance, doesn't it? Oh well. Someone in chat, lick the screen! Jesus. You yawn, your hatch opening a little as you do so. In the corner of your eye, you spot the calendar and realize it's the last day to do the job. Oh. No. Your head spins. Is this really the end? Now's not the time to ponder about such trivial matters. And now's not the time to ponder about such trivial matters, as Puzzles would say. You try to drain these thoughts out and decide to leave him for now. You didn't have the heart to say anything yet. Hearing the door click quietly, you ponder about where you should go now exactly. You make your way down the stairs, then sit on the pavement. You bury your face in your hands. Oh, you really don't want to think about it all. Then you hear your old phone vibrate. Searching through your bandana, you finally fish it out and pick up the call. What?
Yo, Divinity! You won't guess what just happened.
What is it?
Found a huge fucking fish in the water. It was like 2 times your size.
Really?
Yeah. So I got in the water and tried to catch it myself, but it almost ate my face and I just swim back to the shore. Funny, right?
I suppose so.
Anyway, Alexa wanted to speak to you for whatever reason. Passing the phone now.
Can you hear me?
Thank you for the $20. Loud and clear. What's up?
I wanted to let you know what's been going on with the crew and TV men thing.
And here it is. What you were expecting. Thank you, Anonymous, for $20. Thank you, Anonymous, for $10.
The police have been looking all around for both the main guy and my friends, but nothing has been found. Seriously, if I told you I was worried before, then now it's ramped up to 20. So I thought I'd ask you, since you work in the town center, could you check for any instances of Mr. Puzzles there? You ought to find something.
Right. The lies were catching up to you, slowly but surely. Yeah, sure. I'll see what I can find, I guess.
Thank you so much. I'm sure that after we get the guy, we can help save the peeps. The peeps? Yep, I read that right. And punish that old TV. How messed up do you have to be to kidnap people, or worse, kill them? Can you imagine killing a person?
No. You say the truth. You don't have to imagine it after all.
Puzzles is just another cog in the machine, evil to the core, just like the rest of them bastards.
Yeah. See? Now that's why you can't tell them anything. Don't trust them. Don't trust puzzles. Don't trust anyone. You're about to hang up, but Paprika takes the phone back.
Okay, so that was kind of sad. But anyway, I've been playing Super Murder recently, and let me tell you, it's so awesome.
Dr. Paprika, read the room.
Can you imagine killing someone? How horrible.
Anyway, I've been playing Super Murder recently. You're stuck in hell. You're a robot who's like...
And that's how the next hour passes. Paprika hangs up after saying that a meteor is going to crash his house in a minute. You brush it off as an excuse, but shortly after, a small explosion is seen in the background, huh? Nevertheless, you gather the courage within yourself and make your way back to the apartment block. So here you are, standing behind those very doors that originally led you to this forsaken room. The place in which you'd formed a genuine connection to the person you are now supposed to kill. You keep on telling yourself, this is a formality, you've done this before. But you can't help but feel that you're not telling the truth, all in all. There's an invisible weight put on your very shoulders as you lean your back against the door. You have a headache. You try to ground yourself by pressing your hands on the hard wood. It helps you calm down just a little. So what now? How much money did Nutvox offer again? You don't remember exactly, but it was definitely a number with at least 5 zeros. Okay, so the $200 was in advance. But can I say, only $200 as an advance for murdering someone? Damn. Thank you, Chalk Teeth. Was it worth it, though? That money would be enough to keep going around 4 or 5 months. We're in a stable place, even. Think about it, Divinity. You wouldn't have to live like a sewer rodent. Maybe finally afford a damn bed. Did you have it in you, though? Of course you did. This isn't like the first time. That Divinity is gone, lost to the sound of blood splatter. That sound you've sworn to despise, yet have grown accustomed to. Oh, you really are pathetic, aren't you? Gosh! Damn it! Divinity! Act like an adult, for once in your life. If you're going to let him go, the cops would find you for sure. And if not the cops, then surely Notvox would. You let out a small shaky breath and finally pushed the door open, albeit with a very different feel to it than before. Hello! Puzzles is watching you once again. The smile on his screen would be welcoming if not for the sour circumstances. Divinity! How nice it is to see you again. You vanished last night. He drops the grin. You could only imagine my displeasure when I once again found myself bound to this very chair. Oh, especially considering our lovely conversation last night. I didn't know you could be able to express yourself considering your typical miffed demeanor, I think. I read that as something else, if I may put it that way. He smirks at you, expecting an annoyed expression or a groan, but you hold on to your stop sign tighter instead, feeling the metal press against your wires silently. He notices that, unfortunately. Now that I mention it, you seem off. Don't worry, dear, you didn't say anything crass while drunk. Oh, he couldn't be more wrong about it. That's not it. Not this time. Your words hang in the air, and he proceeds to break the silence by brushing it off. Is it the fact that you slept outside yesterday? You do look like you're used to that, though. It's not the... Oh, I know! It's probably because you leaned on me then. How silly of you to get worked up about it.
I didn't mind it, so why should you? It was a generic main character open-up scene you find in every animated movie that has an ounce of passion put into it. It's nothing to be ashamed about, dear. You swing your stop sign for it to shop just a little short of Puzzles' face, which effectively makes him freak out a little. He tries to chuckle, but the sound of it gets caught up in his throat upon seeing your stoic expression. Look at the calendar. Look at the calendar. That comes out much more aggressive than you'd like it to be. April 19th. My deadline. You let the thought linger in the air. Puzzles' face doesn't look so much scared as just shocked. You slowly put your arm back down, then ball it up into a fist. But do you know how it is? How it's like being homeless, Puzzles? Wandering from place to place, sleeping on the ground, being a beggar, hearing all these insults thrown at you for wanting to survive, knowing that your family won't help you because you decided to follow your dreams like a goddamn fool. Puzzles grimaces as that, just slightly. I want to get out of that. I want to have a life, not just survive. And taking you out is the only way to do it. Oh. Divinity. That was such a breathtaking performance! Oh, the expressions, the voice acting! Oh, it almost makes a grown man cry, I tell you. You're absolutely flabbergasted. And a little mad. Anywho, I've been sent to kill you! That's my job. Don't you understand? I'm a hitman. Do you know how many people have died by my hand? I've counted. 31. 31 lives gone. All for a funny amount of cash. From the one guy that's willing to hire me. Not to be rude, but 31 and you're still homeless? Figure it out, Divinity. Why don't you get a real job then, you might ask? Do you think anybody would be willing to hire an abomination like me? I'm a bad person, Puzzles. But you have to understand, even if I were to let you go, my boss will surely get rid of me afterwards. He'll find me. What is that? Sorry, what is that? A stop sign? Forgive me for this one. Wait! Give me a minute. You do know the trope of a victim's last words? I've met lots of bad people before. One thing I've learned, they aren't as black and white as some cartoons make them out to be. No real villains, if I may put it that way, no. Real villains, if I may put it that way, are multi-layered, raw, intoxicating in the worst possible way. And that, my dear, is beautiful beyond belief in my eyes. There's only so much flat main characters. There's only so many flat main characters a person can stomach, let me tell you that much. People want to see someone bring drama, action, and tears to the show. And traditional villains do just that. The average Joe will surely brush it off as a big bad evil guy doing wicked ordeals, but I like to think that in the sea of normalcy, there's someone who wants to understand where that bad guy is coming from. And you, you're quite the interesting specimen, Divinity. Against all odds, you're on both sides of the spectrum, just like myself. So I'd like to ask you to consider joining me. Together, we're sure to create the most wonderful works of art, as well as bring the worst upon that pesky SMG4 and his crew. Let's help ourselves, Divinity. Let's create something beautiful. But if you still decide on following through with your original plan, then go ahead. Just don't let Notvox touch my dead body. It's up to you now. Yo, chat, do we kill Mr. Puzzle? Let's do here. I gotta end the previous poll.
see. Is there any chance if it's close to 50? Nah, it's pretty. Oh, it was a pistol. Okay. You drop the pistol to the ground. I won't let those high-ranking bastards destroy my life anymore. I won't let them ruin the one genuine friendship I've made in my life. You take out a knife and cut the ropes that bound him with one swift moves. You're right. Let's help ourselves. It'll be a pleasure to work for you, sir. You salute him as he sits there, well, more than a little flabbergasted. Soon, though, he puts on a large, goofy grin. My, such wonderful character development. The main character finally accepts the camaraderie of their companion. But there's still something I'd like to clarify. I'm afraid you won't be working for me, dear. Instead, you'll be working with me as two partners in crime. Or perhaps just partners. You never know. Now let's abandon the mushy stuff, shall we? Wait, what about the guns you set up on me? They broke on the third day, actually. I forgot to tell you. What? Sorry. We'll talk about this later. We have more pressing matters to discuss and plans to take care of. He points a hand at the ceiling, reminding you of his showman persona. Only now does it dawn on you how expressive the guy is. You like it. You give him a small, reluctant smile. You know you can never truly match his energy, but you hope it makes him happier nonetheless. He seems to appreciate it. First things first, we're getting to my studio. I bet your silly microwave head. I bet your silly microwave head. It's in absolute shambles ever since I left. And the Grand Puzzle Vision movie is about to release tomorrow. Let's not waste any more time than necessary. This is not a night we're going to be sleeping through, Divinity. Oh, and I could use some help writing here. He finally turns to you, stopping to let you catch up. If you'd be up to it, of course. You're a little stunned, but a shimmer appears in your eyes. I'd want nothing more, sir. So eager. I can appreciate that. He puts a hand on your shoulder and continues walking down the street. You see, the first thing I'm going to need you to do is... You listen to him go on about tomorrow's script. You don't think you felt this happy, this understood in your whole life. And for once, you don't care what happens next, as long as you two face it together. Good end. Look forward, lover! Prologue! Dear Diary, Puzzles, sir, that's his full name, has told me to start writing a diary to help him create his biography later, because... Diary. I don't know how to write this word. But anyway, after we got back to Puzzle Vision headquarters, we had a bunch of work to do. It was crazy, but after staying up all night, we made it work. Somehow. But then Puzzles got his ass kicked the next day, and I had to find his TV head and put him back together. I brought him back to the studio. He cursed the crew out, then cried, then threw a remote at a wall, then cried again because it broke. And then we watched movies together. It was nice, until he started to talk about the fact he'll just have to convince the SMG4 crew that his ideas are the best and that they should just listen to him. But whatever, talk to you later. That movie plot point was ass! Dear Diary, Puzzles decided to make another parody with the SMG4 crew, weirdly. He told me to give his TV farm to Mario before turning into it. Turning into it, so I did. I wanted to say how it's a surprise present for what we did to them, but the plumber took it without even hearing me out. I stood outside the showgrounds until he came back. He was really bummed out and we went to the park. And then he got fired up again and went on and on about some meme factory that SMG4 has been constructing before deciding we're going to break into it. I was, and still am, so opposed to the idea. But before I could say anything, he was already dragging us back towards SMG4's place. I don't think this is going to end well. Talk to you later. So sad. Leggy! Dear Diary, we went to the meme factory and found a funny little goblin named Leggy. Puzzle seems to like her a lot. I myself don't see the appeal when she tried to eat my mask twice, but whatever.
We got our asses kicked and Leggy turned back into her normal form, Meggy. And it's all because of Mario. Puzzles was really down in the dumps today. I don't like it when he's like that, so I tried to cheer him up, and we ended up acting out some funny scenes together. He even complimented my acting once. Talk to you later. P.S. He compared our story to Beauty and the Beast when we were acting. He's down bad. Fa la la. Dear Puzzles Diary, dear Diary Puzzles, made some weird-ass Mario clone, and we had to run around the whole town as the plumber, and SMG4 tried to get the mustache that we stole back. It ended in a wild competition that the original Mario won. Fortunately, nothing happened to Puzzles this time. I think this is the episode I recorded in the hotel room, which is why his voice sounds so terrible on that one. And I apologize to SMG4 on our behalf for the whole ordeal. He didn't seem to hold a grudge towards me, though, so that's cool. Talk to you later. P.S. We had pizza after coming back home. Unfortunately, I had to warm it up in my head to eat it, and I forgot that he couldn't eat, so he just ended up writing a script he was making on the side. Dear Diary, so basically Puzzles decided that we need to earn funds to make better quality content. He decided to make videos for kids. He wanted me to put me in it as an actor at first, but I panicked and hid behind a corner, so he used other models not to stress me out. Then he resorted to YouTube Kid brain rot or something, and we had lots of money. But then the ratings went down, and when Puzzles tried to make good content like before, the kids made his channels fail completely. So he got super mad and cursed those kids out. And then he cried. My rating. 5 stars. I didn't really know what to do, so I just sat by him until he felt better. Talk to you later. P.S. We hugged afterwards. Skibbity gat. Dear Diary, so much happened these past few days. Long story short, Puzzles got offered to work with Didney, and then he killed Mickey Mouse, and we took over Didney Whirl. He scared me a little, more than usual. Then he made Meggy turn into Leggy again, and managed to get plugged into some engine thing. I don't know. I had to dress Leggy up for the Grand Didney World reopening. Or should I say, Puzzle Park. That little goober is a lot harder to handle than I thought. But anyway, I got a cool outfit too. We captured the SMG4 crew again and are making them play wacky games and yada yada yada. I got bored midway through and that's why I'm writing this now. I should get back there soon though. Talk to you later. This goblin cannot stay still. Dear Diary, they stole Mr. Puzzles! He's in a psych ward now because the SMG4 crew called the police on him. I called the center a few times, but they won't let me talk to him. I'll tear their heads off if they leave a bruise on that TV twink. Talk to you later. P.S. I tried calling Alexa and Paprika, but they wouldn't answer. I can't blame them. I wouldn't want to get along with a killer either. Dear Diary, we managed to get in contact. He keeps on blabbering about some Toomp and Mr. Weapons. When I asked him when I can get him out, he said he'll make that Mr. Weapons guy do it, since he doesn't want me to overwork myself. I think he just doesn't want me getting hurt, but that's just a thought. Well, whatever now. We'll be fine. Our asses have been kicked way too many times for this to be the last of us. I'm running out of paper, uh-oh. Catch you later. Characterization help. Wow. $10,000 on the wanted poster. Can we get $10,000, chat, right now? The beta testers. So apparently there's 5 endings. We should kill him at least once, right? Right? Like, we should definitely... It's called... That's like the game, right? Yo! Dominic Henning, thank you for $100. We should kill him at least once. Let's kill him at least one time! Dude, let's kill him. You reload the gun. He visibly tenses, his screen flipping to a borderline panicked expression. Divinity, what are you doing? I thought, we're at 61K now. Awesome! Chad, if you want to save Puzzles, get us to 62K for me to abandon the route before we kill him. Please.
Forgive me. You... Is this like the Sonic drowning music? The only word to describe his face is staggered. Deeply so.
You insolent little fuck! Does me opening up mean nothing to brutes like yourself? This isn't how it's supposed to go! You're breaking my fucking script! Why? Why does it keep on happening? I thought you were different. I thought you actually liked me as a person. That you enjoyed acting with me. Hell, I thought I finally found someone similar to myself. But guess what? You're just like the rest of them. I was a fool to even try to be nice to you. Divinity, I hope you choke on all that money, because it sure as hell won't bring you happiness in this shitty world. You're pathetic. Even more than SMG4. They got him. Dude, they got him. Shit. I'm bringing you his head tomorrow.
Good job. I'll be more than pleased to see you there.
The rain drops down on the many pristine windows in this town, but it's broken up by quiet laughter and witty remarks in every home but yours. You pay no attention to the sound of your neighbors having a party. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't. Stop thinking about it. Ugh. You sigh, pulling the blanket over yourself further. There's no good entertainment on the TV right now, as depressing as it is to admit. You flip through the channel unceremoniously. There's a cooking show with Notvox as the host. There's also a weather broadcast with Notvox on it. There's also a parody show with Notvox in it. Its name is Once Upon a Notvox. You turn off the TV in a hurry, a certain pang of disgust rising within your chest, but you push it down. You don't care. Absolutely nothing catches your interest. You make your way somewhere else. The kitchen has all those pretty cups and cutlery. Looks better than anything you've seen in your life. Your mom would be so amazed if she saw this. You start making yourself a cappuccino in your freshly brought Dude, a cappuccino machine? Oh, that's expensive. That's some Hitman money. Anything stronger for a Thursday afternoon won't fly. As the liquid starts to fill up the cup, the sinking feeling that you've been having ever since you moved here only deepens. All the fancy halls seem so empty with nobody to inhabit them, don't they? Oh well. It's still better than rotting on the streets. You take the cup and proceed to walk back to the couch. Every step is heard much too clearly, as if it was just craving to make you feel even worse. You plop back down onto the couch. The voices only got louder along with the rain. You stare at the TV. You did the right thing. You shouldn't feel guilty. It was your job. You knew it would happen eventually. But even so, you let him get closer to you. Now shut up, Brain. He's gone for good, and you aren't going to care about him. He's really gone for good, isn't he? He was the ultimate goober, too. More Danganronpa. And it's all because of you. You eventually boot up the TV to drown out these bothersome thoughts.
The SMG4 crew is free at last, talking about the man that imprisoned them only on Notvox News.
You sit up. Why?
Well, Mr. SMG4, could you tell us about your experience with Mr. Puzzles?
A shiver goes down your spine at that name. You grip the blanket tighter.
Well, I gotta say, that guy was a bit much to work with. In fact, he basically kidnapped and brainwashed us into playing in his shows. But, it kind of sucks that he's been kidnapped, too. But at least we're out now. Then a second purple guy walks into the shot, unmistakably being none other than SMG3. He reminds you of Alexa. You bet at least she's happy now. And I think that TV freak got what was coming to him. Please, he was nothing more than a self-centered prick who just wanted power. 3 step... How dare he? He doesn't know shit. He just... He was misunderstood. And you were the only one who saw it. You look up at the beautiful ceiling that made up a bit of your home. The intricate details of the chandelier hanging above you would have made a lot of people admire it and awe for quite some time. Thank you, Kale Perrion, for $10. But you weren't in the mood to swoon over some object. Mr. Puzzles is literally an object. That's the only mood you're ever in. It just reminded you of the decisions that you've made to get here. Puzzles trusted you. He really did think of you as a friend. He stayed there on the balcony with you. Ah, Divinity. But you wanted this. Didn't you? Bad ending, don't look back, dude. It's got Danganronpa pink blood all over it. Whoa. Oh god, it just closes the game! It just ends. Hang on. Wait a minute. I just deleted the box. Nah, going easy on him won't do anything good in the long run. His turn comes to an end, and as soon as he makes his move, you take your very last knight and put the king out of the picture swiftly. Checkmate. What? You should be glad I wasn't giving it my all. Still, even when caught in the midst of things, your attention is caught by the clock on the wall. Okay, that's it. Not much, Now kill Mr. Puzzles at the start of the game? Okay, hang on. What's our name? Yeah, I'm in. Do you want to go nuts? Actually, I love you. Like, love you. Instead of choosing any other option like a normal person, you decide flirting is the way to go. Mr. Puzzles, my love, you're the missing piece of my heart. Please take up my magnificent offer of... You're cut off by the guy taking his hand out of the ropes and gripping one of his knobs. Yeah, you know what? This isn't gonna work out. I refuse to die like that. Toodles, he just turns himself on. Congratulations! Your lack of good pickup lines and social skills killed a man. Ending 1. Death by lack of charisma. Starboy, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Starboy. Oh my god, did it delete? Okay, no, here they are. I thought it deleted all my saves. What happens if we say no? Still not interested. Would you want to spend the rest of your life in jail? Ah, I see. All right, take them out, and you better not tell anyone about this or you're dead. Oh my god, they fall out of the way. I'm dying, dude. After being nearly killed by the damn, you're homeless now. We live on a street. Unfortunately, you couldn't pay off the rent a lovely pair of cockroaches wanted you to. Mike, the husband. Thank you, Divinity, for the $1. Didn't understand the sheer tragedy of the place you were unwillingly put in. So with Barbara crying on the ground, you left with a tear in your digital eyes. Around 2 days were spent there. Then you went to to the sewage. Not the sewers, just a big pile of sewage on the street. While it was sometimes a little crowded, the mice and rats seemed welcoming for the most part. You felt at home. And you were happy, helping with the household tasks and whatnot. But one night, you were woken up by the rodents trying to stick a sacrifice into your head to microwave it. Whoa. Alright. I'm just gonna skim this real quick. Does puzzles do anything here? Spiders. Hello, LGBT. Wrong script. Do not fret, my child. You're going with me. Are we going to the heavy side layer, dude? Are we becoming a jellicle cat? The cat exclaims, and soon you're taken into the air by a bunch of flying cats. Thank you, Jets, for $1. Thank you, Milky was taken. Were you taken by cats? You all fly away into the sunset. Endings your cat... I mean... Alright. Lordy, lordy. Oh my god. All right. Elise CZ. Nice try, Divinity, trying to reclaim the crown. Thank you, Brianna S. Thank you, Divinity. Thank you, Elise CZ. Okay, we have to be in. What? How'd you come up with that? No. By doing so, you're currently hoping to add some intimidation factor to the conversation. Although you aren't sure if it's working out, as the puzzle man sits there rather unfazed. Listen here. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I've been sent by an employer of mine to get rid of you. You aren't too fond of this person, no? Silence. I'm giving you a minute to say your last words. I would prefer it if those words were all about your past so that we can tie the murder into it, yada yada. I've got a wonderful song just for that scheduled to be shown off in Puzzle Vision. Although if you untie me, I could very well do a quick pre-release performance just for you. What? You've been kidnapped, are on the verge of being brutally murdered by a stranger with horrid clothing choices. By a stranger who's currently threatening you. And yet you ask them if you can sing a song? By all means. Why? 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 Well, my dear, songs in the medium of not only animation, but also in the movie industry as a whole, are a lot more than simple jingles to mindlessly bop your head to. They set the tone, the scene, sometimes even do a little world building, especially in musicals where they're the main part of the spectacle. They can help develop characters and bring exposition to the table without making it feel forced. They're also terrific at helping to shorten the time of a film, which isn't a bad thing in the slightest. As someone who sometimes has trouble fitting into the restraints of a 40-minute movie, songs are one of my best pals, so to say. A song can be a smashing free advertisement. I don't know why I wanted to say it that way. Free advertisement, too, if it's good. People going on and on about how groundbreaking the vocals are in titles such as Welcome to the Internet has surely made the movie inside that much more successful. But unfortunately, when not done well, songs can irritate our dashing audience to the brink of insanity. That's why you hire real musicians and not TikTok artists. What does that have to do with my question? Everything, dear. Everything. I mean,
I have personally written a few song lyrics in my life for some of my scripts, but you write script. He jumped. Sort of one-offs, nothing. Hold it. Okay, this. No, we've seen. There we go. Not to mention the fact you already told me about it. I even offered to perform for you live. Most of my devoted fans would kill for a chance like that. No, we could just kill him. It could be funny. I'm just seeing what other dialogue there is. Save here. Yeah, that'll be fine. Kill. Let's kill him. Alright, that was good. You killed that TV man. $100,000. Okay, that's fair. That's a fair money for a hit. Is this a big question mark? No, dude, the rats moved in. Life was looking pretty good. That was until some rats moved into your home and started to party. While partying, one of them threw you out. I love the double Remy. That's killing me. You were once again out on the street. Dude, call someone about it. You ate some moldy pizza on the ground as you were pretty hungry, but it turned out to be laced with uranium. You died on the spot. Dude, this is rough. Sorry, ignore that. Don't get cocky. I think we've probably seen most everything. You shouldn't be so happy about this. This means there's going to be more psychological torture thrown your way. And it's going to be even worse than today. Can't wait. I'll make you eat those words, jerk. Yo, thank you, Mario Man El Enmascarado, for... Again, I think this is Mexican dollars? $100? I have places to be. The rats! Oh, concerned about little old me. Thank you, Dr. Mango, for $5. I guess those are pounds. You need... Which one did we do before? We did love before? Okay. I'm warning you, I'm quite the difficult person to converse with some days. I don't mind. Not everyone has to have a bright attitude all the time. Wait, what? No, damn it! Why are you acting like that? Get yourself together! We've done both of these, let's let him win. Oh, for me? Less depressing. Make this more like a movie set. I really like hanging... Is there like a platonic ending? You're the first person in a while that I feel I can truly be at ease with. I had a bountiful history with all these people, pretending to like me and shit. At the end of the day, they just left me all alone in the dust. That's why I learned to trust no one. To cage in, run away from your problems. That's good as a hitman, you hear? Even if you don't like me, it's nice to know that in this world there's someone who feels similar. Where's the ending where we fall in love? I thought we got the love ending. It's just that, like, it was called the good ending. It's a bit poetic on its own, isn't it? We come from such different households, yet our situations weren't that different, no? Even if you used these circumstances to your advantage and I plummeted down. All of that, against all odds, led us to, like, meet each other. To talk and bond over what we went through. So even if I'll never be on the same level as you, I think it's nice. He's got a loading. He's not flustered, not happy. He's just puzzled. I enjoy your company as well. Thank you, Kanegui33. It's hard to believe a hitman out of all creatures on this planet would be nicer to me than my very own father. Thank you, Void Ami. Maybe Void Amos. I do agree with the argument that it's been quite the experience getting to know you and such. But if I were to explain it to someone, it'd only be in superlatives, and you should think higher of yourself. If I didn't see that spark in you at our first glance, we wouldn't have been talking here now. Don't lose it. Thank you, bad boy Bingus. I don't see it in any of those other idiots in SMG4, for instance. No, it looks like it's the good ending either way. Kiss, kiss. How can you play the game in the description? Yeah, it's in the description. Please sing, bro. I want a preview of your next song. I have not recorded a next song. Yep. I'm going to guess there's probably a couple lines we've missed, but I'm going to say that's the majority of the game, right? What are we at? After two hours and some change. Hang on. Sorry, ignore these. I gotta delete these. Startees did another drawing. Dang, dude. That's rough. That's rough, buddy. As the Zuko's would say. Thank you, Cynthia, Queen of Curses, for $1. Thank you, Silly Light, for $5. Sorry, I was doing that so if there was an answer, I didn't see it. To where we are at. 61.1. Okay. Cookie Crown donated $67. Divinity, another 3. Yes, thank you guys all so much. Can you sing Creative Control? Okay, hang on. I will sing it if we can get... How much do I want to make this cost? If we can get another collective $300 between everyone, like one person doesn't have to donate it, but like if collectively we can get $300, the stream's already been like super successful, and thank you guys so much. But I'm gonna see if we can get just a little bit more for the Transgender Law Center. $50. Oh, Cookie Crown is really really nailing it. Thank you so much, Cookie Crown. That's, I think you've donated like 400 or 500 just by yourself. Okay, that's 57. So that's a sixth of the way there. 77. 82. Another Canadian 50. It's 132. 182. Okay, over halfway there. 187. 187. 192. 242. There. Okay, that's easily over it. All right, thank you all. Thank you all so much. Sure, I'll give this to you. I'm not gonna try and find an instrumental because that'll take me too long. So I think I'm probably just gonna go for it. Because that's the best I can do. So, and let me grab, I'm probably going to need my mixer. Okay. My dear friends, TV is all about escapism, yet you want to escape? Come on, stay a while as I share with you the who, what, when, where, why, and how of my genius plan. The scene opens on a little Mr. Puzzles. Now cut to him having no friends. It was a struggle to find anybody who could be my buddy, so instead I watched TV all day to forget about my troubles.
I was obsessed. I couldn't stop. I wouldn't stop until I'd seen every moving picture that exists.
So he made the decision to get into television.
I cut off my face and put a TV in its place.
Patience is a virtue, good things come to those who wait. Proverbs uttered by utter fools, I'll do anything it takes. Are you ready for trouble? Gotcha binge watching, you're stuck with Mr. Puzzles. You can't stop me from cooking up this instant classic. You and your friends will look fantastic. The red carpet is rolled out, come and get your tickets before they're all sold out. Don't want to miss this moment when... Hang on, that's my favorite part of the song. Don't want to miss this moment when those stars hit 5. I get creative control of your real life. Ladies and gentlemen, excuse the interruption. The following message goes out to the stars of our show, the SMG4 crew, and we're rolling. Let's go. Do you want to know why I chose you? Do you want to know why I chose you? Because you're the stupidest show that I've ever seen, and if I can make you entertaining, I can do anything. Are you ready for trouble? Gotcha binge watching. You're stuck with Mr. Puzzles. You can't stop me from cooking up this instant classic. You and your friends will look fantastic. The red carpet is rolled out. Gotta get your tickets before they're all sold out. Don't know how to miss this moment when those stars hit 5. I get creative control of your reel. Grab a seat and let's seal the deal. When those gorgeous stars hit 5, I get creative control of your real life and scene. That's hard to sing while seated. I probably should have adjusted my standing desk. What's the other puzzle song called? Puzzle Park is so much harder. Let me see. People keep calling this song a rap battle. It's not a rap. Yeah, I mean, if we can get another 300, I'll give you Puzzle Park. 500 for Puzzle Park? I'll be nicer than that. You guys have been very generous. I'm out of money. That's fair. We'll see. I'd much rather... I like Creative Control a lot more than Puzzle Park, so... Puzzle Park is like another 50 from Cookie. Dang. Thank you so much, Cookie Crown. You're being crazy out there. Don't give more than you can. Like, I super appreciate it. Starty's giving me more doodles. $1, so that's 51. Thank you, Anonymous. Switching to this. Another Starties. I'm still just sitting at 51. I don't know. Do you think we can make it to 300? I have 0 rails to give. I'm sorry. $5. That's 56. Thank you so much, Bad Boy Bingus. Can puzzles be my theater teacher? I'll count that one towards the donation, even though it went to us. We can pass it forward later. That's 57, right? Pretty close. Is there a time limit on this? I'm gonna give you like 5 minutes. Oh, starting. You've already given so much. Okay, 67, 87. About a third of the way there. What about Jailbreak Jive with Gianni? I mean, I can give you that one. Here, if you can get to this 300, I'll give you both. I'll do a package deal. 67, 72. Or, sorry, no, I think I just deleted some money. 92, right? $92. bring back Gianni. Like, Gianni, I don't know if Gianni's even around anymore. 97? Is that right? I know Gianni is watching this. Gianni's probably at the gym or in bed. Knowing Gianni. Thank you, Tina Turner, for $5. Is that 102? Why is my Discord open on your stream? Whoa! 172. Okay, we're over halfway. Sorry. You keep giving me stuff. Like, why are you showing it on stream? Oh my god, stop it. Draws another thing. 172. I'm not promising Gianni for Jailbreak Jive. I did not ask him before this stream to show up, so like I literally don't know if he's around. I do not have a Discord server. This channel has a Discord server that's just for updates for when we're streaming. That's it. I don't have any public Discords. 20, woo, that's 192 or 7. I keep forgetting if we're on like the 12s or the 17s. You're pretty close. We're 2/3 of the way there. Is Mr. Puzzles my favorite character role, or is it someone else? Mr. Puzzles is my favorite current character I play. My favorite role of all time is that I did was the main character in Combatants Will Be Dispatched, which is not a show most of the audience here should be watching. We got to improvise a lot for that show, so it was a lot of fun. But that was like 5 years ago. $197, $198. Oh, you're so close. $198 out of $300. $10, thank you. Okay, that's 108 or 208 out of 300. We're getting there. We're almost there. Another. Okay. 218. This gets you alive of both the Jailbreak Jive and the other one. Whoa! SimC, $100. Thank you so much. All right. 318. Awesome. Yes, thank you guys so much. Let me pull up the lyrics because I don't know this one off the top of my head. I'm gonna do Jailbreak Jive first because it's shorter. Does anyone? Are the lyrics of this here? This one was like not improvised, but like it didn't really have a melody when it was sent to us. Yeah, I'm gonna do myself. Well, if I do that, I might shut off my box. Okay, I'll just do it without breath support. Sorry, friends, I've got to go. We're glad you came to enjoy the show. Moon's my lookout, stars my guide. Let's do that Jailbreak Jive. Really should be on our way. Don't know the words or what to say. Okay, that's enough for today. Hey, I never asked to be in a show like this beforehand. No bars can hold a tune like mine. Not without me by your side. I guess this is my Gianni impression. Moon's my lookout, stars my guide. Let's do that Jailbreak Jive. Woo! I don't remember if they kept my woo in there. And then the other one is Puzzle Park lyrics. This is like such a difficult song for me. Here we go. All right. Welcome everyone to Puzzle Park. Lights and magic, it's a work of art. When you enter here, the fun... Oh, it starts slow, doesn't it? Shit. All right. Welcome everyone to Puzzle Park. Lights and magic, it's a work of art. When you enter here, the fun will start. You're mine, you'll never part. Oh, it's going to be so much fun getting to watch you pay for all you've done. 3, 2, 1. There's wondrous fun and games inside. Attractions big and small, like 100-foot-tall mega slide that splats you on the wall. Not so fast. Stop right there. You'd better be prepared, 'cause we'll end this when we find your secret lair. I'm having fun. Let's say. We'll cut it out. There's no time to waste. Hey, I don't know their part. I didn't have to sing this, so I don't know the melody offhand. Elsie does a really good job. I think this is like her song. Elsie's such a good singer. Say we'll make him, we'll teach him justice and we'll make him pay. Step right up, my friends, to Puzzle Park. Sights and frights not for the faint of heart. Don't you break away, you won't get far. Keep your hands and legs inside, this ride is right about to start. Don't take my word for it, take it from us. The food here is a must. In addition, with your ticket, you get Puzzle Vision Plus. Try out the gift shop, you can't miss it. Come and get yourself a plush. Mr. Puzzles is a fella you can trust. Evil demons, go to hell. Oh, this isn't really going well. We don't have much more ground to tread. The engine room is straight ahead. Step right up, my friends, to Puzzle Park. Sights and frights not for the faint of heart. Don't you break away, you won't get far. Keep your hands and legs inside, this ride is right about to start. Well, it took you a while to find out, but you found my secret hideout. Like to say congratulations, but it's time for you to die now. We've got to end this ride. You go left, I'll go right. Bet you thought you could win this fight, but you went and messed with the wrong side. You can't just barge in here and act like you're in charge. I'd like to see you dodge a barrage of flaming rockets and tell me you're feeling large. You're as good as evicted. Say goodbye to your park. There's nothing your magical wishes can do to stop us. You've just been tried and convicted. You think you've won? Well, I'm gonna turn your filthy corpses into gushing mounds of blood. Your lives are as good as done. I know there's a scared little child inside you. He's hiding away, wouldn't want me to fight you. No, it's not too late. Reach out and take my hand and we can change your fate. Oh, Milky dear, that child is gone. 6 feet under, right where you and your stupid friends belong. Step right up, my friends, to Puzzle Park. Sights and frights not for the faint of heart. Don't you break away, you won't get far. Keep your hands and legs inside, this ride is right about to start. Can I even, I don't think I can hit that right now. I'm gonna be honest. That took a lot of takes for me to get to. I'm gonna go for it anyway. This ride is right about to start! Not a clean take, but I did hit it by the end. The Meggy impression. Singing the Meggy parts is literally easier for me than singing the puzzle parts of that. That, like, Puzzle Park is, like, right at the top of my range I can sing with my chest voice. Ugh. Hard. Okay. Thank you guys all so much. You did a really great job donating to a good cause. Like I said before, like, we did get an influx of people, subscriptions and stuff from people like you who were interested in this, who do follow me for puzzle stuff. Would love to have you stick around if you are adults. And again, I know this channel, the people who are into SMG4 tend to skew a little younger. My channel is not for kids. This is a pretty 18 plus channel. So like, I don't want to encourage you to stick around, but if you liked this and if you're an adult and if you're, you know, practicing the internet safely, feel free to stick around and watch our other channels. We're going to be doing a lot of other fun stuff to, thank you, Glitchy Core, to try and get 150K by the end of the year. Yeah, this was like a super successful stream. Thank you guys for making this so much fun, and look forward to more Mr. Puzzle stuff in the future. If you're Glitch fans in general, again, this is like a little a little more like adult swinging content, but we are planning to do these dirty laundry style games styled after dropout.tv, where we bring on guests who do like who submit secrets, and everyone has to guess who the secrets belong to, and if the players can trick each other, they get more points. So it's a game about reading your fellow players. And I bring this up because one of the games we have that is currently being scheduled, we've got some of the amazing Digital Circus cast members coming on soon-ish. I imagine it'll probably be like within a month or so, like near the oh, thank you so much, Kooky Crown. You've donated so much stuff. Yeah, but I know that one we're gonna have, I believe, Voice of Gangle, Marissa Lenti is going to be co-hosting with me. We've got Zubal's voice. Who's going to be on it? Zubal's voice, Ragatha's voice, Kane's voice, and who's the fourth one rounding it out? It's Pomni. It's Lizzie. So yeah. Yeah, I guess keep an eye out for that. If you follow any of them, hopefully they'll mention it, especially Marissa. Yeah, I can't believe I got Marissa Lenti. And if you're fans of animated stuff online in general, maybe you watch Deep Space Discounts, which is a show by Deep Blue Ink. We've got some members of the cast of that. We're setting that one up, so that will be fun. Okay, thank you guys. I'm gonna call it there. Good night, everyone. Bye.